Is that the kid?
Yeah. The motherfucker clean up good compared to the picture they put up of him.
You can play one of the videos.
You say clean up good. You stupid.
The verdict is in. Jordan Eaton found guilty of murder
if you see
in
the
the
picture,
case of
like
Valentin Gonzalez. The jury
criminal.
found Eaton shot and killed Gonzalez after his wife bent down to pet Eaton's dog back in 2021. 21-year-old Eaton told the jury on the day of the shooting he told Gonzalez to not pet the dog before getting into an argument, which eventually led to a struggle over that gun.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Jordan Eaton, guilty of the offense of murder as charged in count 1 of the indictment and as instructed in count.
Eaton could face up to life in prison. The punishment phase of that trial begins tomorrow.
For what again, though?
You can pull up the news article I sent you on Instagram.
Of shooting, killing man over.
You gotta press that timer.
I don't know. This completely separate from what we talking about. Well, originally supposed to talk about.
So that guy killed someone because that some person petted the dog?
Yeah. So a neighbor, see, he don't even look the same right there. Neighbor who said, I don't fuck with you, and murdered a father of 8 in front of the victim's wife just for petting a dog. So that's what he did. So dude pet a dog, and then he killed the person that pet his dog. Literally told him, I don't fuck with you.
Supposedly they had issues before this all happened.
Man, issues or not, man, you're petting a fucking dog. You don't kill somebody for petting a dog. Or say, I don't fuck with you, don't pet my dog. It literally says that. That's just crazy.
That's too much.
Man, that kid deserves life in prison, bro, and he never deserves to see the light of day. He never gets to see his family again, man, ever. Because that guy that he killed never gets to see his 8 kids again. I'm feeling like that. I got 3 kids.
What you about to say?
You know what I'm saying? Like, the person that, if somebody were to kill me like that, man, I'd pray that they never see the light of day.
What you about to say?
I was just finna say, so like, what's life in prison? Is that considered 25 years or actual full life?
Full life. You never see the light of day again.
Now, is that what you want, or is that like actually life?
That's what I would say. If you murder somebody in cold blood like that kid did, you should get life in prison, which is natural life. Natural life, you never see nothing again. I don't even think you should be able to communicate with your family.
So what's actual life?
Actual life is, it could be anywhere from, they say 25 of life, so it could be life. Some places say life. Some places say life is 20 years, 25 years. But it just depends on what state you're in.
So that's why some people say like double life sentence, shit like that.
Double life sentence, yeah, it could be like 50 years. You know, it just depends on what state you're in. All the laws are different in every state for everything. You know, I've seen some people get 60 years for murder here. I've seen people get 20 years for murder. So it really just depends on what state you're in and how they're willing to give you a deal. So they gave that kid 20 years. I think they gave him 20 years for killing that guy. Is 20 years enough for taking somebody's life, for petting a dog?
No.
Why not? Why is that not?
No, it is just because it's just some fucked up shit. Over petting a dog, though.
But yeah, but why is 20 years not enough? Why should he get more? Why should he get life or 50 years or 30 years or never get out? You know, like, what should his punishment be?
Well, it should definitely be more than 20 years. And then some type of psychiatric treatment or something, maybe.
I don't even think he should. Okay, yeah, go through psychiatric treatment, but I don't think he should ever get out of jail. Do you see how he cleaned up real nice and clean? He didn't look the same.
How you do that? Wasn't he already in jail?
He was probably, they probably bonded him out. His family probably bonded him out. He was able to show up to court.
His lawyer probably set all that up.
Show up to court really clean, nice and clean looking, you know, so he don't look like a fucking gangbanger or whatever. But I'm almost willing to bet that he was probably on some type of drugs to making him think that he was out of his mind. Because when I seen his face in that original picture, it kind of looked like he was not maybe strung out, but like you can just see it in their face, dude. They're just like soulless, man. So just like empty. There's nothing there. It's like an empty vessel. And then when the guy was in court, it looked like he wanted to break down and cry because he realized what was going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by it. I've seen that empty vessel face before. Like they're just like there's just demons in them or something, bro. Like
Crazy.
It's crazy, really crazy, bro. It's because they're looking at you like they don't give a fuck, bro. Like, and that's why he killed that person. He said, "I don't fuck with you," even if they did have problems. You're gonna kill him for petting your dog? Well, you know, I don't know, bro. I just.
What do you think he should have got, Sean?
Life cool, but people can obviously change, but
Do you
we
think he
wouldn't know.
deserved a second chance?
I mean, everybody deserves.
He got a second
chance.
chance. He got 20 years.
That's his second chance.
That's a second chance. But guess what? That guy he killed gets no second chance. That guy that he killed, his kids, his daughters, his son, his wife get to never see that face again. Never smell him. Never get to hold him. Never get to embrace him. And he was young too.
I see where you're coming from with that, but I mean, this is all now what ifs. Like, what if dude just passed away randomly, like, say, car accident or
Well,
something?
then that's what was meant to happen. But this guy took his life. If that guy would have just passed away, I wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't be talking about it right now. But that guy was murdered by his neighbor, your neighbor, for petting a dog. That's like you going to pet Mike's dog and him just be like, "No, I don't fuck with you. I told you I don't like you. Stay out of my yard." You deserve life in prison,
I shouldn't have been in the man's yard.
bro. You're petting his dog, and he wasn't even in his yard. What if his dog came? What if his dog comes to your yard, and you pet his dog, and he shoots you? They're in an apartment complex. The dog's outside. He pet the dog, and he gets shot. Dude was trying to shoot his wife, and dude stood in front of the bullets to protect his wife. You definitely deserve a double, triple life sentence. You should never get out of prison ever again. Never. And honestly, he should never even be able to have contact with his family ever again. Because that guy never gets to talk to his family again. Ever. That's my opinion, man.
Some fucked up shit.
And if we were to hold criminals like that accountable, especially murderers, those are the most ultimate criminals in the world. If we would hold them accountable like that, their feet to the fire, hold them to the stake, there would be a lot less murders happening in every major city. Because right now it's kind of lawless. You get to do what you want because the cops ain't arresting nobody. There's like I said this before, there's 600 murders a year in Chicago and only half of them get solved. That means there's 300 murders unsolved every single year. So that means there's probably serial murderers running around Chicago right now. Like Lil Reese, the Grim Reaper. You know, you don't get the Grim Reaper name for no reason. I'm not saying he killed anybody, but you don't get the Grim Reaper name for no reason.
I was looking it up. With that day we was talking about Chicago being like the #1 homicide city or whatever. I was looking it up. They're not even in the top 5.
So what's the top 5?
Keyshawn, I said 600 murders a year. That's
I'm
what
just
talking
telling
about.
you what we was talking about. So I did some
who is it?
research on
He
it.
did a fact check. It's
Who is it?
It was #1 was Memphis.
Oh no, you're talking murder rate now.
I'm talking homicide.
You're talking murder rate, homicide rate.
That's what we was talking about.
I'm talking about murders. How many Who has the most murders a year?
All right, go ahead. Keep talking. I'm gonna bring it
That's
up.
what I'm saying. So whoever has the most murders years, that's what I'm talking about. So the rate, the homicide rate, that's gonna go to like the small towns. Aurora's homicide rate back in the day was higher than Chicago's because it's murders per capita. And I'm not talking homicide rate. I'm just simply saying how many murders a year that they usually get. 500, 600. That's usually what they're getting. And if half of them get unsolved, that means there's half of those murders every single year where there's a murderer running around in the streets. A gangbanger murderer that's ready to kill another person every single year. Mm-hmm. I don't know, bro. I think once you start giving these people life sentences and telling them that they can never speak to their family again, they can never see their mom or dad again, their girlfriend, their kids again either, I think they change their tune in a heartbeat. Because you go to jail and you get the luxury of having a visit from your family. They can see you. They can send you clothes. They can send you shoes. They can send you all kind of shit. You know, once we stop all that friendliness, you're supposed to be in jail. Fuck this. You're a murderer. You get no rehabilitation. You're in jail for the rest of your life. It should be the death penalty. Eye for an eye, right?
He said, "Fuck it, eye for an eye." Yeah.
I mean, in that situation, when you take somebody's life unjustly, it should be an eye for an eye. You should get the death penalty. If it's a justified murder, if I'm sitting in a barber seat and somebody doesn't like me and they come and try to shoot me and I shoot him first and I kill him, you're justified. You killed him because he was trying to kill you. I don't think you deserve life in prison. I think you deserve a reward because you took a criminal off the street. That's the way I feel, man.
I
you
hear
know?
you.
And
It's another way to look at it.
I just look at it that way because there's so many senseless murders that happen because there's no real punishment. They put lenience on that kid and gave him 20 years, bro, for cold-blooded murder. I think that's cold-blooded. He can say, "Oh, we had a problem, we had a history, whatever," but in the end of the day, he pulled the trigger for petting a dog,
Yeah.
which is most likely is because he was on drugs. I'm willing to bet that that's what came out in court. They probably talked about it behind the scenes, and maybe it came up in court. We didn't see the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure it was. A lot of them kids at that time, they're popping them pills and doing the lean and all that shit. You don't act like that from smoking weed. You know, getting drunk you might act like that, but not really. But doing them hardcore drugs, you'll get out of pocket. You'll get real crazy.
What's that top 5 saying over there?
Yeah, you said murder rates, right?
How many murders per year? Murder rates is going to be what we're talking about. It's going to look New Orleans, St. Louis. Those are not going to be. It's not going to be Chicago. Who has the most murders every year? Is what I'm telling you, Keyshawn.
So we're looking at murders overall.
Yeah.
not the,
So the small towns,
and not the murder rate.
Yeah. So the small towns, they're going to have a lot of murders and a little bit of people. So their murder rate per capita is going to be higher than Chicago. You get what I'm saying? But now they're not going to have more murders than Chicago. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know. It's probably not gonna give us a list. Of
No,
that.
no. Just put how many murders did Chicago have?
But we're looking at the top 5 though.
You got to put city.
We're looking
What-
at the top 5 though, not just the city.
See, it keeps on pulling up murder rate. All right, so that's not what you're looking for. So it's murder rate per 100,000. All right, so
It's probably not gonna give us that list.
there's a key word that you gotta search up. You gotta search up something else. Okay, go down. I seen it right there. Go up, right. Down, right there. City with the most murders in 2004.
2024.
Is this that's the murder rate again. It's going to the murder rate.
I feel like it's always just gonna go.
It always goes to the murder rate
because they don't really want to give out that number.
They don't want to glorify it because how bad it really is.
Obviously, you
know
don't
what I'm
want to
saying?
glorify it.
It's because they don't want to see how bad it really is in Chicago or in New York or in.
You don't want to show that obviously you have this high count of murders because now you're not gonna have these tourists come to your city.
Yep, the tourists. Look at this shit. In 2004, marked
not
the
gonna have
first
no
time in
attraction.
5 years that the city saw fewer than 600 murders. In the last 5 years, and it still had 573.
So 573. What'd they say? St. Louis.
You're not gonna have that
it's
attraction.
it's not gonna have nowhere near that, Keyshawn. Because it's per capita. It's murders per 100,000 people. So with it being a small place, it's worse in that place than Chicago. That's really what it's telling you. And that's not what I was explaining. What I'm explaining is out of those 575 people, 573 people, half of those murders get solved and half of them are unsolved. So that means right now there is 250 plus people running around that had killed somebody last year. At the very least, and maybe they're locked up for something else, and they don't even know that they're a murderer. You get what I'm saying? So this could be that they're locked up too, but we just don't know. So that's just a rough estimate. You can look up statistic too if people want to fact check me.
So what is it? 106 homicides in St. Louis.
You see what I'm saying? It's less. It's obviously less, but it's per 100,000 people. You get what I'm saying? That's what makes their murder rate more. Because there's less people and then more people die for it being less people. So basically, if you go down to St. Louis and you go tell them motherfuckers down there, hey, you're going to get life in prison. You will never see the light of day. You will never be able to see your family. Never this. And if they still choose to kill people, lock them up for the rest of their lives. Make them an example. and they'll never ever. Yeah, we'll feed them. Our tax dollars will feed them 3 hots and a cot every day, but they never get to see their family. They never get to hold their loved ones. They never get to see their kids.
The way you say it.
Man, bro,
I'm not trying to laugh at it, but the way you say it.
I know people that's been murdered before.
3 hots in a cut.
And they could be here if they weren't senselessly murdered for no reason. Because of a color that they wore. Or because of they hung around with the wrong person. Because of my friend was this gangbanger and I wasn't. And they just said, fuck it, you hang with them, I'm going to kill you anyways. It happens all the time, bro. It's a saying, you ride with them, you die with them. Like, so, all right, so that's fucked up. So it's like me being a gang member and you wanting to be my friend and we're hanging out. Yeah, it's the consequences of you being my friend. You might die. That's fucked up.
That's what it is.
And if you don't even know I'm a gang member, how about that? How about if I never told you I was a gang member and you just happen to be talking to me? I mean, I know it's just like a rare chance, but that shit can happen, man. You know, gang members just randomly walk up to people and kill people. I've know somebody that killed an innocent person. Now he's doing 60 to 100 years in prison. He'll never see the light of day ever again. And he shouldn't. He killed people. His brother was murdered, and then he went to go kill people because his brother was murdered. I mean, I don't think he should see the light of day. He was my friend, too. I grew up with him. But it's just my opinion. Even though he was trying to avenge his brother, he didn't avenge his brother. He didn't kill the people that killed his brother. He killed random people, which made him a serial killer.
Yeah,
those people deserve life in prison, man. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm not sorry. They deserve life in prison. No remorse, because they had no remorse when they took the life.
All right, man. Let's get to sports before we get controlled.
We active then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
What the fuck is that?
Like, comment, subscribe, man. We active listeners. Let's get it.
That's a touchy subject right there, man. You know, and so you real quick, you think that there's a right way to kill people? Like say, obviously there's not a right way, but you can justify murder by self-defense, right? But how about none of the murder that is done by self-defense is just like a random senseless killing? What time should they get in your eyes, Keyshawn? What is a sensible time that rehabilitates somebody from murder? For murder.
For a senseless murder?
For a senseless murder. Murder.
I think about 25 to 30.
25 to 30.
And I mean, it all goes
But
to like
why?
how they like do in jail too. Like you have to see change, and like there has to be change. Because if it ain't no change, then you could stay.
Okay. I can see that.
Does it matter on their age already when they get the 25 to 30?
No.
Okay. So they could be 30 and it's still 25 to 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think everybody should get a second chance, regardless of what you do.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I probably think on the high side 30. I probably say maybe it alters on their age though. For someone young, probably it goes obviously higher. But if someone probably like in their 50s, 60s.
You think maybe a shorter time so they can maybe see the light of day again and get out and be with their family and stuff like that?
Yeah, if they see progression throughout
change.
in that change.
So how would you guys justify progression? What would that have to be?
I mean, that'd have to go in like the jail system. Like we need like classes and all that shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What would need to be done to reform those criminals that are murderers, to bring them back out to society, to where they might not want to kill again?
What do they justify right now when they get the early leaves?
What do you mean?
Like when people get like the high sentences and they get to leave early.
Pardons, you mean?
Not pardons, but like when they like on the good
The good behavior.
Early release?
Yeah, how is that determined right now?
You can only get early release, like say if you can meet parole. Like say if you got a parole date coming up and you go see the parole board and they decide to let you out for good behavior or whatever. So you got to show that you can go back to society, and then you got to go in front of the parole board and tell them why you're ready to go back to society, and they got to approve it.
But what's ultimately like they're judging good behavior and they're just not starting fights and
No fights, no killings, shit like.
Yeah, and working in there, you know, having good conduct with the staff, not, you know, causing problems. Just good character, pretty much. So you guys are basically saying like on a high end 30 years for murder, right?
Yeah.
And what about a low end for murder?
25.
25. 20,
Well,
25?
25 for me.
20, 25, okay.
No, I probably say high end 40s,
Yeah.
like high end 40s, and then low end probably 20s.
Like, if you can't change in 25 years, it's some deeper.
Yeah, life in prison.
The way you just say,
Life in prison, bro. Like, man, dude, honestly, dude, it's... I can't change my mind on this, dude, because those are the people that are wreaking havoc. We can deal with the criminals that are stealing, selling drugs, and all this stuff, but when you're murdering people senselessly, yeah, they're killing each other, but those bullets hit little kids. Those bullets hit random people. There's people in this town that got killed and were not gangbanging. They're walking home from school and got mistaken to be a gang member. So considering that, I think people should get life in prison for murdering people. And the reason why is because back in the day, they used to give out softball sentences. 17 years, 20 years for murder. That means you're getting away with killing somebody. If you give somebody 15, 20 years for murder, you got away from killing somebody. If you're 17 years old, you're getting out when you're my age, 35 years old. You got away with killing somebody. You get to see your whole, you got your whole life ahead of you now. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's why I think that 20 years, 40 years is not even enough, because you still got out at 50. You still got too much time on your hands. You still got half your life to live. You got 30 more years you can live on this planet. I think the only way you get out of jail is if you're an old man and you got to go into like an old man's home where there's still going to be guards there. You're done after you murder somebody unjustly.
like,
I think your life should be done because you ended somebody's life unjustly. If it's a justified murder and they do give you time for it, then whatever. Okay, I'm gonna accept that. But unjustified for me is just, I was locked up with a guy, and just because he was in another gang, he walked up to him and shot him in the chest. They gave him 60 years. Which is warranted. 60 years for what he did, cold-blooded murder. Okay. He was 17 years old. They offered him 20 years at 100%. He said no. He thought he could win. They gave him 60 years. 17, he was locked up, so that means he won't get out until he's 77 years old, because he has to serve it at 100%. He'll never see the light of day. I'm okay with that. But guess what he gets to do? He gets to see his mom. He gets to see his dad. He gets to see his sisters. He gets to see his nephews. He gets to see his uncles. Everybody. He gets to get letters. He gets to eat still. Why this kid that was his age too is probably forgotten besides his mom and dad and everybody else. The people that he went to school with probably don't even remember him. That's what I mean by it. Like, you ended a life that could have been something. And then we're gonna be like, well, that's what God wanted it to be. That was God meant to be. You know, God. Well, if you believe in God, well, then we have our own free will to do what we want. That doesn't mean that He wanted you to kill somebody. We can move on to the next topic, because we can keep going about this forever, man. Life in prison if you fucking murder somebody unjustly. If you're a fucking douchebag of society, fuck yes.
LaMelo Ball.
Let's see, Melo's up.
LaMelo's up, leading these All-Stars. Fan voting.
Who's going to the All-Star this game? Do they got any, I gotta stop saying that. I say that too much.
You saying a list?
Yeah, they got a list already?
I don't think
They got a East list right now, and who's winning?
Ball, Mitchell, Lillard. Who would you pick out of those right there? And is that all just for point guard?
Yeah.
yeah, because I think they put the guards together, point guards and
So that's point guards and shooting guards,
yeah,
right?
they'll put it together.
All right, so How many people do they pick? How many shooting guards and how many point guards?
I think this year different because they got 4 teams, don't they?
Yeah, so the team's going to be 8 people, right? Yeah, 8, 16, 24. And the other 4 teams going to be make it a 32.
I'm taking LaMelo just because he's more entertaining, especially for an All-Star game.
Yeah, I'll definitely take out of this. I'm taking 2 or 1, you said.
Take 2. What are your 2?
I'll take Melo and Trae Young.
Trae Young, okay.
That's tough.
Shout out to Lillard, though. Shout out to Brunson. Shout out to Mitchell.
I'm gonna go with Mitchell and Lillard, bro, all day.
We want to see Trae Young shooting from half court, and we want to see Melo doing some crazy one-legged threes.
Yeah, I guess I can't lie. Melo's.
I mean,
he
Lillard-
can ball, but I prefer
Lillard do shoot from half
Mitchell and
court also.
Lillard.
But, that's usually what the fans want to see, them crazy threes nowadays. That, the game changed.
Man, bro, the game fucking is whack now, bro. It's all you see is threes, man. That's
game,
it.
The game
That's
has,
it.
has changed crazy.
You see, LeBron was talking shit about that, right?
Yeah,
LeBron was talking shit about how the game changed because all they do is shoot threes now.
yeah.
So I don't know if they were joking about it, but somebody said that they want to make dunks 3-pointers now.
A lot more people will be dunking.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's gonna change it up now. It's gonna be less like
But then what would you? But then a mid range is still a 2,
it's still a 2 because
and
it's
then
more.
a 3 it's still a 3, or they would change it to 4.
I think you would have to keep it a 3.
Ah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Man. That's terrible.
So do you think a 3 is harder than a dunk?
At their height, yeah.
You think so?
At their height, shooting a 3 is
So
harder
no,
than a
I
dunk?
don't forget height in general, but like, do you think? Because not every big person can shoot a 3, but not
Right.
every small person can really go drive the lane and dunk, right? So I think it's kind of fair.
You saying just naturally just dunk, or you saying dunk in game?
Just dunk in game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get a breakaway, you dunk is 3 points. Doesn't matter if you dunk is 3 points, and if you shoot a 3, it's 3 points. Because look, most likely the smaller players are going to be on the arc shooting the 3s, and most likely the bigger players are going to be down low shooting, getting the dunks, right? So I think it's going to offset it to make it fair.
Yeah, I get what
You know,
you're saying.
because now the big players are going to have a chance to get 3s that they would never be able to get, and now the small players are already getting the 3s and they can still dunk. So now they can still the smaller players can kind of double up on it. You know?
But would that even count as a 3-pointer though, or is that would just be?
A dunk I would say a dunk being a 3-pointer to even it out with a fucking 3-pointer.
But I'm saying, like, would that count in the accolades of 3-pointers made?
No, it would be a dunk. It would be a dunk that's just worth 3 points.
They'd have to add like a whole nother column just for that.
They don't have a dunk category?
No, they do. But I'm saying the dunk being worth 3 points, is that considered in the 3-pointer?
No. So it would be the dunk category, but
Yeah.
it would be worth 3 points.
Yeah.
That dunk would be worth 3 points, and then the 3-pointer would be a 3-pointer. That's a. Yeah, I think that would make the game a lot more interesting. Because it's gonna. I mean, we're already in a defensive list league where they don't defend shit. They don't, man. They just. Do you watch the All-Star game? Have you seen the All-Star game?
It would make it kind of interesting, but I think it'll probably throw it off a little bit somehow, some way.
I think the 3-pointer shooters will get mad. I think they would cry like little bitches
For what though?
because now the big players are gonna be dunking down low, getting 3-pointers now. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna be mad because just like the big players are mad at Curry, bro, shooting half quarters. Like, what the fuck, man? You're not even gonna try. You know? Dude, it's unfair, bro. Really, it's unfair. It's unfair when a team can just shoot nothing but 3s and they're draining them. Like, yeah, I get it. They're that talented, right? But not every team is going to be able to do that. So how about we even the playing ground and now make the dunks worth 3?
I mean, you could also even it by having your big person practice 3s.
How about having your little person practice dunks?
It goes both ways.
This. Take away the 3-point line. Let's go back to old school. Let's go back to just being everything 2-pointers. Everything's worth 2-pointers and 1 shot, 1 point for the free throw. No more 3-pointers.
No more 3-pointers.
No more 3-pointers. Let's even it out.
I honestly
I
wouldn't
think
mind
they'll
that.
still be shooting from far.
They would
definitely
still
still
shoot
shoot
from far, right?
But it would even the
It would
scoring
even
playing
the
field.
scoring out. It would be less breakaway games. It would make the games more interesting to watch. It would probably bring me back. Because right now, it's not interesting when you got 3 players on one team that are just pulling up shooting threes all day long, bro.
Yeah,
Dude, I want to see some
that would
dunks,
make
bro.
it more gritty.
If you got to watch a small player like what's his name, Vince Carter, run and just hang time and just hang in the rim. And back then we got to see a lot more in-game dunks, I feel like, and now it's just shooting threes. That's it. So I think it's just more interesting then than it is now to watch. That's it. You know, 'cause like the All-Star game, dude, it's 140 to 150. There's absolutely zero fucking defense. That can't be fun to watch.
Do they got more of that list to it right now?
Nah, they're just showing these 5.
That was just showing the guards right now for the East.
Yeah.
Or are those just the best ones with the most votes?
I mean, this top votes in the East right now.
Oh yeah, that's
For the
what it
guards.
shows. Or is that total? Top votes total.
That's just for the East guards.
Oh yeah, right there, conference guards, yep. Yeah, no, I don't know, bro. The NBA is just whack. Even now, with LeBron saying that they're shooting too much threes, like, dude, something's got to give now, because LeBron's the biggest crybaby ever, and if he's saying it, something's got to give.
He says something's gotta give.
I'm tweaking. This was last year.
Oh shit! They probably don't got it out
Yeah,
right now.
no, they don't.
It just started today, right? Yeah, I think today or yesterday.
Who's the best player in the league right now?
Today.
Who's the best player in the league right now?
Right now,
Yeah. Like all the way around, big or small, doesn't matter. The best, most dominant.
So the most valuable.
The most valuable. Yeah, I guess you could say the most valuable player. Yeah.
It's almost still LeBron, but right now, it could go multiple ways. I think, because I mean, you really couldn't go wrong with Joker. You really couldn't go wrong with like a Giannis. He averaging like 60% field goal this year.
I would say it's got to be out of Giannis and Joker.
A high Giannis. Shea averaging 30, almost 35 this year.
That's
for
pretty
the
good.
Thunder.
He 3-point shooter though, right?
He takes a lot of mid ranges
But
actually.
but he shoots threes though, right?
He's really not a 3-point shooter.
How many threes you got? Let's pull it up real quick.
He really gets to the basket a lot. But he does have high numbers in free throws.
That might be the difference right there.
That might be the difference.
I'm just trying to see how he gets so high. It's like so many points. So he might get fouled a lot, and that's probably why he gets so many.
You can't go wrong with KD. I mean, like, you really can't go wrong with a lot of players as
Like the best player in the league as KD, you're saying? Maybe?
yeah. I feel like multiple players have a case for
You would
best player right now.
All right, so picking your starting 5, you're gonna pick KD over Giannis, KD over Joker.
I think so.
I would pick Joker and Giannis over KD.
This year, Shea's got 69 threes.
What is his average per game? Does it show?
69 threes this year. And how many games they played so far?
Games played 32.
32.
So he shoots like 2 a game.
About 2 a game.
That's not bad.
He's really getting to the basket and getting those free throws.
Yeah, so he's getting money. What's his free throw percentage? What'd you say? It was 60%?
No, I'm saying Giannis is averaging like 60% field goal this year.
52 this season.
He's killing it.
Yeah, Shea's killing it
He's
this
killing
year,
it,
man.
for sure.
On a young Thunder squad.
They're making it to the playoffs, you think?
For sure.
Thunder?
For sure.
Who do you think's taking it this year? Boston going back? You think Boston going back, taking it?
I mean, Bucks kind of clicked together right now, so they probably got a little battle with the Bucks. But on the East side, they're probably the favorites unless if they get past New York again, though.
Ah, man, I think we just need my bad. I think
New
we
York
just
can
need
give them a run for their money.
a different teams that are winning, man. We always see the same teams winning in every sport. It's always the same teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's rare that we get like an oddball team.
Football be like that, though.
Football is like the only one, but it's rare even that because it's usually once look at it, it's the Chiefs. They're always fucking winning. You know, the Patriots, they're always winning. San Francisco 49ers, they're always winning. You know, the Cowboys, they're always winning. There's always teams that got their moments, you know, and it seems like the sorry teams never win. Like the Cleveland Browns never win. You know, like who's the sorriest team in the NBA?
Detroit.
They win. Well, besides them, like who's never won? Who's never won in the NBA? That's what I'm talking about. Because there's got to be a team that's never won or doesn't win a lot.
Hornets.
Right there. What is the other team? The Wizards, Washington Wizards. They're still a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is that still a team? They never win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it would be nice to see a Washington Wizard team win or a Hornets team win.
But it's at the same time, you know, people don't want to see them win though.
Why not?
I don't know why not. It's probably because they don't the attraction there.
It's because all the attraction goes to all the major cities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So that's because that's where all the most people are at. So when you say the people don't want it, New York don't want it. You know, Chicago don't want it for their own team, for instance. You know, but like the Charlotte Hornets, they want to win it, but they're not. Their market's not that big though.
Yeah,
I would say that's probably why. I would say that's probably the reason why.
Small market teams just
Small
don't
market
get
teams,
that.
they don't get the recognition.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's got to change right there. I think that's probably why football's more competitive. It's because they got that money cap. Every team has a cap of how much money they can spend.
Who would you take right now in the NBA?
Top player. Giannis.
Giannis.
Giannis, then Bron.
What about anybody from
There's a lot of
Boston?
names.
What
There's a lot
about
of
anybody
names.
from Boston?
I don't like them.
But they're not, just because you don't like them doesn't mean that they're not good.
Top players, no.
No, so they're just a good team working together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would pick other players over like Tatum and Jalen
Right.
Brown.
They just work together good. Okay.
But they are good players though.
I would pick in no order. I would pick Giannis, Joker, LeBron, even though I don't like him. I would still have to go with him. KD would be in there. You know, and that'll probably be my four. I don't know who I would put at the fifth. It could be a toss up. There's so many good players.
That's what I'm saying. It really could go.
Yeah, there's so many good players you can put in there. I mean, you could even put this guy in there.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I'm saying? You could put him in there. His
put
numbers
Shea
are really nice. Look at that, 31, 5, and 6, and 52%.
You really could throw Ja in
Yeah,
there.
he's killing.
You could throw Ant in there.
It's really at that point. It's really whoever you want throwing that last one. I think those other guys that I just named were probably the best guys in the league, though. I would say so.
Surprised you ain't put your boy Steph Curry in there.
I didn't just because he's old right now. He's kind of old. I think KD.
I'll still take Kyrie
I think
right
KD
now.
still has a little bit more of an edge over Curry.
I'll still take.
But
Kyrie
I do
right
I
now.
do like Curry though. Curry's a lot. He would be up there for me, probably 6th player, 7th player. He's real high. I wanted to say Curry, but I didn't want y'all to say it. And the reason why is because there's other players that are performing better than Curry right now. You know, that's why.
Kyrie.
Kyrie's balling. He's balling.
All right, this the format of the All-Star game.
What they talking about, man?
NHL. There's going to be like 4 teams this year as opposed to 2 teams. Is that accurate? And what else do we know at this point, chums?
It's a massive change, Pat. They're changing the All-Star game from obviously East-West, and then it was let's do drafts and draft teams and captains. It's going to be a 4-team tournament for the All-Star game this year in the Bay Area 2025. So it's going to be 3 All-Star teams, 8 players each, 24 total All-Stars, 8 players each, and then one team will be comprised of the Rising Stars winner. That's a game against the rookies and sophomores, comprised mostly of those players, some G Leaguers as well. On Friday night, the winner of that goes into Sunday. 3 All-Star teams, 1 Rising Stars team, and they're going to play 2 semifinal games up to 40 points, and then the 2 winners advance to the championship game up to 25 points from what I'm told. So that's basically a quick burst. It's like street ball. It's like a pickup game. It's like you go to the gym and you're playing pickup basketball. You win, you stay on. You lose, you're obviously done. It's single elimination, and it's quick. There's not that time. We saw last year in the All-Star game. I mean, this was, by all accounts, I think players said it, embarrassing. I mean, Adam Silver publicly privately, there were a lot of people disappointed in last year's All-Star game in your guys' home city. But the difference this year is, I'm told Stephen Curry, other All-Star players, they had a voice. Like, they were involved. They had an input in this process. They had an input in this tournament that's going to take place. And now there's not going to be that unnecessary time, right? When in the third and fourth quarter, when LeBron James doesn't play, or when players don't care, or maybe don't care, you're not going to have that anymore. It's a quick burst. Get right to it. And I do think we're going to see players motivated for it.
I don't know if I really like that.
Why not? It kind of makes sense, because when all the best players that people tune in for are not playing in the third and fourth quarter because they played the beginning of the game, they're gonna lose a lot of viewers. People are gonna start changing the channel, you know. But when you got this tournament style like format of quick, like 4-on-4 basketball or 3-on-3 basketball, real quick, boom, 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 or whatever style that they're doing.
That's 5-on-5.
Five on five. So it's gonna be the same thing, but it's gonna be like the street ball, kind of like what the who was his name? Ice Cube. He has that 3-on-3 shit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of gonna be kind of like that, but a 5-on-5, like a regular game. And then whoever loses that right there is gonna go on to the next team. Whoever loses that is gonna go on to the next team. Whoever is into the last team, all within this short period of time. So it's gonna be like 2-minute quarters, 3-minute quarters. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be real short into the end, and whoever wins takes home the trophy. I think it's gonna be more competitive. It's gonna make it to where they're gonna actually want to play defense. It's not gonna be just a straight offensive shootout all the time.
They kind of did that score stuff. Was it last year or the year before? And it still was kind of slow.
What do you mean the score stuff?
Or like the target score.
Yeah, so the first game they gotta do get to 40 points, and then the final game is first to 25. So like, there's no time limit.
So they did that. Oh, I mean, you got to think about it. The first to 40 points, first to 25. That's not going to take them a lot of time. So that's going to be fast, and it's going to make them. I think it's just going to make it more competitive. Right now, there's absolutely zero competitiveness in the All-Star game. Why didn't people like last year's All-Star game?
It's always been the last couple years. Has always been the competitiveness.
Because it's not competitive no more.
They should I think they should probably do some type of reward.
So,
like how they do that the NBA Cup.
Yeah, like how they do the NBA Cup now, where the winner team gets the 500,000 or something like that.
So that'll make them want to play. They don't want to get hurt for no reason.
Yeah,
you get what I'm
and
saying?
then plus this All-Star break, a lot of the players want to, this is their actual break in the season. It's not like NFL where you get a bye week.
Yeah, no, but the NFL they're more. It's more physical. I think that's why.
Yeah, but still, like still with like a little break from the media and all that. They don't get no break throughout that All-Star game.
That's what they get paid for, bro.
I hear you. That's what they get paid for.
They get paid the big bucks. Pay me the big bucks. I'll go talk too. But I'm not talented. You know what I'm saying? So they suck that shit up and go talk to the media, man. Most of the time they don't even be saying shit anyways. You got some questions? No, motherfucker, out of here. Shit.
I'm just saying what they want now. They want that little break, and they don't want to get hurt, really.
Yeah, I mean, so then they got to just cancel the All-Star game in general. Cancel the 3-point contest. Cancel the dunk contest. There's no more of those.
Nah, the dunk contest need to go. At least have it like once every 5 years or so.
It should be every year, and the best dunkers should be participating like it used to be. All the best dunkers back in the day. This guy right here never participated. I don't think one, maybe one. I don't even think ever.
No, he never did any.
Jordan did.
There should be some type of tryout or something.
No, it should be the best dunkers in the league dunking. It used to be that. That's why the dunk contest used to be the shit, because it used to be the best dunkers in the league dunking. 3-point contest used to be the best 3-point shooters in the league shooting. Now it's, if you're not going to pay me, I don't want to go play. It's kind of like what you said. They're already getting paid so much money that they're just shitting on the fans, bro. Because we're the ones that watch it. You're buying their jerseys. I buy their jerseys. You buy their shoes. I buy their shoes. So if they can't even play and give us what we like, it's a fuck. Yeah, it's a business and you're making your money, but I can vote not to watch it no more like I don't. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of people don't watch it. That's why NBA's ratings is going down so much, because it fucking sucks now. All the old school watchers, it's us that are not watching it. Oh, it's only the gamblers that are watching NBA now. I think. Straight up.
I mean, I think the kids they watching it. That's where they getting all the threes from.
The kids are watching it because they're coming up in school, college, playing basketball. But what I'm talking about is a lot of us older people, we tune off of basketball because it's not the same that how we grew up on it. Football is getting there. Football is getting there too. It's becoming more soft, but football is warranted because a lot of people get the CAT scan or the CTE. You know, so I can understand that.
I do think majority of sports being watched is for the betting side.
Now, for sure. Yes.
It's probably like 70% bettors, 30% real fans.
I don't think that in football. I think in football, that's majority real fans. Legit fans.
I think that's definitely betted.
I think people watching football on TV, they're more fans. Larry don't bet. Larry was watching football. Do you get what I'm saying? Larry don't gamble on that shit. But he was watching football. I don't even think he's a fan, but he's a Bear fan. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not like a football person.
With that, I think I think a lot of people are just fans of that their city's team just because they're close to it.
That's what I mean, But I don't ever see Larry pop up a random basketball game.
Back then, I used to.
I don't really see that, but I see him now. But I mean now, not back then. Now, but he'll put on the football game. That's what I mean by that. I think a lot of people that made the point example. Back then he used to watch basketball, but now he don't.
When I mean back then, I'm talking 2010, 2011.
When you were a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So considering that, if he was watching basketball then and not now, maybe there's a reason why. Like my reason, it might be different than mine, but there's probably a reason why. Because me, it's just not exciting no more. Now it's just literally nothing but 3-pointers. There's no defense. There's no defense now. There's nothing but defense. No defense. Nothing but 3-pointers.
What if he just don't know nobody, and I'm not watching it. That's how I am with WWE.
Well, see, look, that's the thing. Well, the only way to get to know people in any sport is to continue to watch it. So if you lose interest in a sport for whatever reason, there's a reason there. So for me, the reason why I lost interest in basketball was because it became the same shit over and over again. The same teams winning over and over again. And then the threes and the no defense kind of fucked it all up. 120, 140 point games every game now.
You talking about the same teams winning, but your Jordan, your number one, they kept winning.
Right, how the mother fans feel.
That's my point exactly.
So you saying the same team's been winning for so long and it's just getting
when's
repetitive?
the last time that the Bulls won?
Whenever Jordan's
the
last
Bulls
time
ain't
was.
won since Jordan. The same teams is not the Bulls. The same teams is gonna be the Boston Celtics, right? That's the main team. They're always winning. The Lakers, they're always winning. There's other teams that are always winning. It's not the Bulls. The Bulls are not always winning. San Antonio is another team that they find teams and they win quite a bit. Besides the Duncan era, I believe they have other championships too. What's it? Detroit? That's another team that they have eras where they're winning. It's like that. But the Bulls, I don't know, bro. It's just. I don't know why you gotta call them. Why you gotta call Bulls out for? Why not put me on the spot?
Hey man, I just gotta show you all perspectives.
I do understand that, but going back to the same teams are always winning. The Bulls are not back in it again, and they're not winning over and over again like Boston is, like the Lakers are. That's what I mean by the same teams. And go to baseball, New York's always winning. The Dodgers or who's the other teams?
It's just them small market teams don't have the money to get them players.
That's what I mean by the small market teams. In football, there's at least a cap on it to where they can at least have a chance. Even the small market teams has a chance if they can pick their players right. In baseball, there's no cap, so that means
they have a chance, but still, that player don't want to go to that small market team though.
It doesn't matter though. If they draft them, they draft them. They could hold out and not sign.
If they draft them, but usually players that get drafted in them small market teams, they end up getting out somehow, some way.
Yeah, after their contract's over.
Yeah.
After their contract's over, they get out of it. Rookie contracts, I think, is 3 years in football. So after that, they go somewhere else.
What we got next though?
I think it's like different eras where different teams be winning.
Or I don't know, bro. Then how can you explain the Celtics? How can you explain the Lakers? There's other teams too. I'm just not coming up with them off the top of my head. But for instance, those two teams, they're always in the playoffs. They're always winning.
So like in was it like the 80s or whatever, the Celtics they was obviously winning. And then another era was what 90s the Bulls, they was always winning.
Okay, no. So what I mean is you can go back from the beginning of basketball. Celtics has been winning from the beginning. The Lakers have been winning since the beginning. Right? East Coast, West Coast.
They got the most championships.
Both out of both of those teams. All right, so where's like Dempsey was saying the small market teams? How are we gonna get to the small market teams? When are we ever gonna see the small market teams win?
They gotta make an initiative to bring good players there.
How do you do that though?
They need better offense.
When nobody wants to go to fucking Charlotte, North Carolina.
Just got to be the players. Got to want to make a change with going to want to go to a small market team, but it's really not gonna happen anytime soon. I think.
Yeah, no, I don't see the small market teams winning because not enough players are gonna go there, especially with how stacked it is now.
I mean, it's just money right now.
Look at this.
You want to go to a big market team
Back then,
and you want to go to get sponsorships at that big market team.
back then the Utah Jazz were able to make it being a small market team, the Utah Jazz. You know, who the fuck wants to go play in Utah? But they made it work, but they happened to fall victim to Jordan. And now they won with Jokic. You get what I'm saying?
That's Denver.
Oh yeah, see, I'm way off. See?
Yeah, he threw me off.
Yeah, I got thrown off. Right, so they still ain't won it yet. Then, do you get what I'm saying? Utah still ain't won shit yet. Then, but they almost won it. Yes.
Didn't they win with Stockton?
Oh yeah, they won with the 1 year that Jordan wasn't playing.
With Karl Malone, I thought Karl Malone never won it.
Pull it up real quick. No,
Karl Malone left.
I
That
don't.
was when Karl was on the Lakers. Yeah, it got me tweaking.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. He never. I was like, no, wait, no, he didn't win. He was the killer. It would be nice to see the Utah Jazz. They had the team there, but couldn't get there. That's what I'm talking about. Like there's a lot of small market teams that were good that just couldn't beat the big market teams.
They ain't got that money behind it. It's all good.
You know, or is it all rigged?
It's all rigged.
Is it all rigged to where only the big market teams are winning? Because that seems like that's what's happening.
That's usually what it is.
You know, I think the last small market team that won in basketball was what, Toronto, the Raptors, when they had Kawhi Leonard.
Toronto and you could probably say the Bucks, honestly.
The Bucks
with Giannis.
The Bucks with Giannis. You know,
Yeah.
so I would say those are probably the last two. You get what I'm saying? But
You could probably throw Denver in there, but I mean Jokic was kind of already brought the franchise up a little bit.
Well, man, dude, they were already good with your boy Carmelo Anthony.
Melo and AI.
So yeah, with Melo and AI, even
So they
with
were
them,
they were like in that middle.
yeah, I
in
would
that
say
middle
they're
range.
like right there, you know. And then with Jokic, it just got them over the edge. And now I feel like they're that kind of like that big market team where people would go to.
Yeah.
I think when they come out with that Vegas team, they gonna end up getting a ring within like the first 5 to
Who do you
7
think-
years.
Definitely 5 to 7.
Well, it's gonna be a new Vegas team, or it's gonna be
Yeah.
a team moving to Vegas.
No,
It's
that's
gonna be a new Vegas team.
so
yeah.
they're adding a whole new team.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think they would do like what they would do with the WNBA. I think they would do like a draft where they would take one person from
Each
they would-
team.
each a certain amount of team.
and the teams can like only keep a certain amount of players, like they top players.
They would get to pick from every 32 teams, but they only get 15 players though.
So they would have to go through every team and pick 15 players from the teams that are available.
No, you get 15 players on the NBA roster.
Right.
But there's 32 teams.
Okay. So there's gonna be 33 teams.
Yeah, but they're adding another team to what was this?
Seattle.
It was either Seattle
So there's gonna be
or
34 teams.
it was either Seattle or I think they were going back to somewhere in Canada.
So what I'm trying to say is, how are they gonna get their players? Are they scooping up free agents?
What they did before is it was a scooping of free agents, and they picked from the most weakest teams. Like, you have to Google how they did the Vancouver.
They
one.
pick from the weakest teams.
It was something like that.
That's
It was
crazy.
like it was not the weakest teams, but they picked one person from every team. They got a opportunity to draft.
from every team, so they can pick a LeBron.
No, the team's
Yeah.
not gonna put LeBron. The team is gonna give you a certain amount of players, and it's usually the weakest players. It's gonna be your bottomless,
so they're gonna go to a team like the Lakers, and the Lakers are okay. So this is the players on my team that you can draft from. You can pick these ones, but LeBron, Anthony, or
Yeah, they're gonna have an
all the top
excluded
players.
list.
You can't pick from these, but you can pick from all of these other players.
Yeah.
Now, is there an incentive bonus for them to give up their players? Or do they like?
I'm not
Do
sure.
they lose?
We'll have to
They
look
lose
into
all
that
that
part.
cap, right? So they can regain cap room for somebody else. Now, I would assume.
I would assume
Yeah,
they
they should be able
would
to.
lose that cap, and the new team would have to pick that cap
And they would
up.
pick that up like automatically offset like that, right? So it could work out for both teams. They could fill the roster and they could lose this money to gain it for somebody else and not get penalized for it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. All right. I mean, I can see how that could work, but those teams are going to be shitty.
And that's when they got to do all the trades and all that.
Yeah, and then they're going to have to hopefully sign a free agent. They're going to have to offer a lot of money.
I mean, it's Vegas though. They don't have it.
The Vegas, I could see that happening. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought they said they were gonna go back to somewhere in Canada, like Vancouver, or it was somewhere
It used to be the
else.
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. I used to
Yeah.
play, I think, NBA jams, and they had the Vancouver.
but I
Grizzlies.
know it was Vancouver up, obviously Vegas, and obviously Seattle. But I don't know if Seattle was a super guarantee, even though the fans want to go back to Seattle.
Man, that was another one. You guys said that the Jordan never played nobody, man. I mean, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp. So those guys are nobodies.
I'm not saying they're nobodies,
Sean Kemp
but-
should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. That guy's not. All right. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp. Well, there's still more people on the team. I just can't remember their names off my top of my head. But I mean, that was a squad, bro. They had like the best team besides Jordan's team that year. Like if you go through all their numbers, it was like ridiculously crazy. We can go on to another topic though, because I can get into that for a long time.
Had to go Jalen Two Shoes for a bit.
He's back!
Had to go Jalen Two Shoes. for a
Jalen
bit.
Hurts trolled the NFL after they fined him $5,000 for wearing two different colored cleats last week. Jordan Brand stepped in and is paying the fine, but this week, Jalen showed up to the game trolling, wearing a two-colored suit, and surprisingly wore the same mixed color cleats again, even after last week's fine. Jalen Hurts trolled.
Yeah, that's trash for trying to get fined for going ahead and mismatch some shoes, man. NFL got to go ahead and switch up them rules.
Why?
Why not?
But why do they gotta switch it up? It's obviously making them money. People don't like to follow rules. They're gonna do it. If they're gonna get some money for it, why would they switch it?
I think it was all planned.
What do you mean?
As in, like, NBA Jordan got banned for the same thing, and Jalen Hurts assigned to Jordan. So NFL could have been like, all right, we finna do this, fine them. It's gonna bring us more exposure, and everything's just gonna blow up. And now more people gonna start doing it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fucked up that they do charge you $5,000 for having mismatching cleats. I think that's pretty shitty. But it's a rule, and if they're gonna break it, then they should pay for it. I mean, obviously.
You're saying it's a plan to do that just so people could start doing that in the NFL?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
what do you think about it like this? If
feel like if
other
they-
players start doing it, they're gonna start getting more money, $5,000 every rip.
Yeah. But if he's saying for Keyshawn's way, if they would have never had the rules, I'm sure players would have already been doing that, though.
Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know, cause NFL, like, they get custom cleats and all that. Like, I've seen people like literally
Facts.
design the cleats and all
Facts.
that, and
So just
they're not
imagine-
getting fined.
But it's because
It's the same thing, though. It's all the same.
it's the same cleat, but this is because it's two different colors. That's why.
And I think it's probably two different.
I think if it was the same, like
Yeah, it's two different colors.
I think that's why it was because it's mismatching colors. I think that's
It's
the only
two
reason
different
why.
two different shoes. It's the same.
But really, why do they fine you for that? That's the dumbest shit ever. I mean, I can understand why it's there because now they're gonna make money off of it. But why do they fucking fine you for having two different color shoes? Like, what is the deal with that?
Like, these is technically 2 different color shoes, and I'm sure nobody got fined for this.
But it's not 2 different. It's the 2 of the same shoes though.
Did he play in them?
So
We need a
so
picture if he played
Jalen
in
Hurts
those.
got 2 actual different colors. Those are multiple colors in the shoes.
Man, this is 2 different colors.
It is green and green and like
Blue.
purple, dark blue. But did he actually play in those, or he just designed it?
Let me see.
Hold on, go up real quick.
It says George Kittle.
Yeah.
So it's not a. They're both shoes are the same color. They just both have designs on them.
You colorblind?
No, I'm not. Both shoes are the same color. They both have designs on there. I said it. The both shoes are the same color. That one has a green picture. The other one has a blue picture.
So
Am I tweaking?
So that's 2 different colors.
No, it's the same. I guess. Yeah, you're right. But the shoe is black. The initial shoe is black.
Yeah.
All right, and then they airbrush.
Scratch it.
They airbrush.
Scratch. Go to a different picture. That's
side,
a bad example right now. Scratch.
This like
Scratch,
the blue dress
scratch.
and the white and gold dress.
Yeah, it definitely was that right now. But I get what you're saying, where like they get custom shoes, but like it's still the same thing.
I don't think it's the same. If you go to Jalen Hurts shoes, those are 2 different colors.
I was getting into that. Yeah, it's 2 different colors. It's like showing 2 different shoes. It's like having Concords in the bread zone.
Yeah, it's literally 2 different shoes. So I don't know why they would make that an issue, but I mean it is. And since it is, I mean, pay that money, man. That's it. And now I think a lot of other players are gonna make statements and do it too. Just because they can.
I know he be having crazy cleats.
See how they're all the same. They got designs on them, but they're the same.
This motherfucker is white as a whole, but them is different designs on each
No,
shoe.
but the shoe. Okay, Keyshawn, look, go up, go up. Go
I
up.
see what you're
The
saying.
shoe itself is white. It's completely, and then they put different color designs on there. Okay, you see that? That's what happened. That's the same thing what happened with the other one. The whole shoe was initially black, and they put different color designs on there. All those shoes right there are green. That whole shoe is green, and they put different designs on there. That whole shoe is red, and they put different designs on there. That's the difference.
See, but you shouldn't be able to wear crazy shit like this and then can't wear fucking that.
But that's different though. It's completely different. It's 2 different colors completely. That might be throwing somebody off.
Who getting thrown up?
I don't know. But something's got to get there. There's got to be some type of thing there. I don't know. But see, that's all the same color. There's 2 the same colors, but there's different colors within the shoe. But the shoe itself is the same color. That's the difference. Look at that. So the shoe itself is blue and it has red on it.
This is a warm up.
That is weird. Odell's weird. Hey, didn't Odell get his thang-lang by Justin Bieber? Didn't he get sucked off? He got sucked off.
I ain't heard nothing like
I
that.
don't know about that.
Yeah, no, there's a video of Justin Bieber coming up, licking his lips right in front of Odell Beckham, man. And it was speculation that Bieber was giving fellatio to Mr. Beckham.
Yeah, that shit's sick.
That's just horrible. And it was at a Diddy party.
That shit's sick as fuck.
It was at a Diddy party.
No, but I get what you're saying though, Sean. How if you could wear custom cleats but can't wear 2, so yeah, I mean,
No, yeah, they bogus.
it's stupid. It's stupid. Jordan gonna pick up them fines.
It was
though.
publicity. I think it was publicity to try to get some sales.
Jordan
to
gonna
get
pick
some
up them
traction
fines.
over there. Jordan's number 1. You know it.
Ooh, yeah, and shoe sales.
Oh man, we're switching over to World Star. Man, you remember when the World Star used to be actually World Star? It used to be motherfuckers knocking each other out.
Yeah,
I used to watch that in school all the time.
Yeah, it used
That
to be
fight
World Star.
fight comp, yeah.
I think they stopped that because of whatever reason. Probably got sued or something.
They used to have the fight comps, Vine comps. I remember way in the early sections, they had like a World Star After Dark when it was like artists, like musical artists. They had girls dancing to like their new songs that's coming out and all that.
Oh shit!
It used to be fire.
like uncut almost.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It was called World Star Uncut.
Yeah. Well, there used to be a BET uncut, so that's probably where they got the idea from. So we used to listen to music videos like at fucking midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. There used to be BET uncut, and we used to listen to music that wouldn't be on the regular day. You know. So.
At 106 in Park though.
Oh, that was the shit. They should have never canceled that.
Chipotle customer text. Employee after not getting double meat and proceeds to make her own bowl. Damn.
She didn't get double meat. Why ain't they get a give this girl double meat?
She not playing.
It look like she want double everything.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh my lord.
I wonder if she was gonna pay after she made it though.
I'm pretty sure she was gonna pay, but she don't work there. You get the they said that she got mad because she didn't get double meat. It looked like she wanted double everything, and you paid for it at the register. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it looked like she wanted double everything to me. Go ahead, Shauna. Talk to me. Tell me what you think about that.
I've only had Chipotle once, but they be skimping out on their meat. And like they CEO just said, if you want extra meat, just tell them, give me some extra meat.
No, you have to pay for that.
From the way the Chipotle person CEO said it, he just like, hey, throw some extra on there, and they're not gonna charge you. Well, they're not supposed to charge you. I don't know the full context of this video, but
I mean, it kind of it said that she didn't get her extra meat, and then her friends in the background said just let her make it herself.
Damn.
I don't know if it was her friends, but it was somebody in the background just said just let her make it herself and let her go. I mean, I kind of wouldn't have took that shit out of her hand. I kind of would have just let her make it and get the fuck out of there, bro.
Yeah, I would have definitely.
Honestly, do that.
I don't get paid enough to do this.
Yeah, I don't get paid enough to come.
You and Chipotle, man.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I would have just called the cops, bro.
You know,
as soon as she would have walked back there, I'd have just called the cops. Like, hey, man, there's this crazy lady back here.
You and Chipotle, don't risk yourself. For that,
I'm just gonna call the police, bro, because I ain't, like I said, I'm not gonna risk myself. I'm gonna let them come and deal with it.
Would she get that shit smacked in her face? Damn near could have cut her eye or something.
Play it again real quick.
Damn near could have cut her eye or something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
So she's pushing all the employees already. Deboing her way in. Oh wow, look at that big old scoop. All that sour cream.
Oh, just hurry up.
Alright, so it just looked like she didn't get enough. Skimping or not, you don't do that, man.
No, you're not supposed to do that.
You don't do that. You just tell them, hey, put a little more on there, and that's
but if
it.
someone's trying to do that, then let them do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let them do it, bro. I'm not gonna risk my life for some food. No. But
At Foot Locker, was you running out? Somebody took shoes?
Boy, I wasn't running nowhere.
I'm gonna tell you this though. That was pretty funny when she said, "Bitch," got back and just threw it straight at dude's face, man. I don't know if it was a girl or a guy, but that person got a face full of food and that thing was all over the place.
Somebody stole that Foot Locker. You was calling them out.
Hell no. I'm like, hey, it ain't my job to go chase you.
If they was stealing some shirts or something, you was turning the other way.
I ain't seen nothing.
So now let me, for myself, I'm not gonna just let somebody steal and just turn my head while somebody's stealing. If it was me, I'm like, hey, you can't steal here. Just get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do my job, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to chase them out of the store. I'm not gonna hold them down.
So you would have told them, but if they would have still did it, you would have just.
I'm not holding them down. I'm not gonna.
You would have told. You would have told them,
hey,
like,
don't steal. Get out of here. Just put it down and get out of here. I'm calling the cops. If they choose to still steal it and run, I'm just gonna call the cops.
Yeah, but the cops is already. They're gonna be gone before the cops.
They're gonna come. They're gonna review the cameras. I'm gonna give them that, and then they're gonna get it from the camera. It's gonna go APV all around the place. They're gonna put a picture in the news of this kid for stealing at the mall, and that's it. You know,
it ain't never.
Right, I don't think it.
They're not gonna do that. It's gonna be petty shit. But
it's gonna die down. The person's not gonna get caught.
I'm not gonna jeopardize myself for something that's not mine. But if it was my store, my business, like if it's my shoe store, I'm not gonna let the person run out of my store with some shoes. I'm gonna stop them. Yeah. If I have insurance on my business, see you later. Yeah. I'm not gonna chase you down. I'm not gonna do none of that shit. If you have insurance, stores that don't have insurance, they're chasing them down. Stores that have insurance, they're not worried about that. If it's worth it for them, they'll file a claim. If not, they'll just let it be. Walmart takes so much losses all year long. That's why their prices are up so high to account for the losses. So the same thing in the shoe game, clothes game, anything. In the food game. The food game, in the grocery game, the profit margin is not a lot when you go to the grocery store, but the profit margin is pretty high when you go to the fast food restaurant. They make a lot of money in drinks and shit like that, you know? So I wouldn't have stopped her from making her food. I honestly would have just started recording her, and I would have been like, what the fuck is going on? I would have been like amazed to see some shit like that. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. I've never seen nothing like that. You can tell she's probably done some shit like that before.
Yeah, she looked comfortable.
Yeah, she looked really comfortable.
The Foot Locker I used to work at, it was some dude, somebody was stealing, he chased after him, and they was in Burlington. Dude put out a knife, ended up stabbing him.
Ah, yeah, that's crazy.
And then dude lost a job too, because you're not supposed to chase after him.
Yeah, well, see, because he was working for a corporate place.
Yeah.
That's why.
Fucking being some hero, man. Got stabbed.
I ain't gonna lie. Nicole would do that though. Like she wouldn't like be all up on you and chase you, but she'll go yell at you, like, hey, give my shit back.
Well, so
Chill out,
so if a
company
person
girl.
is willing to stab you for some goods,
They needed it.
would
They needed it.
would it, so
They needed it.
who needed it? The
stabber.
the
Yeah.
stabber?
It was some reason that he needed that, so he stabbed somebody.
He needed that.
I don't know what he was going through or what.
Mainly when they're stealing from stores, it's the money, so they're gonna sell it for drugs or whatever, you know. So I think that what do you think that punishment should be for somebody stabbing somebody for stealing? Because we obviously get mad at somebody if they kill somebody for stealing goods.
Stab, because I mean, it's
So
potential murder, so it's got to be up there.
it's got to be some time, right? So, but what I mean by that is, so like if I have a gas station and I shoot somebody stealing $1 item, right? Is that warranted?
Warranted. What do you mean?
Like if I have I own a gas station, right? And somebody steals something that's worth $1, and they
You're
run
saying,
out.
like if that's justified?
Yeah, is it justified?
No.
All right, so is it justified that person stabbed the co-worker running out of the shoe store?
No. It's
All
not.
right, so considering that, if there's no justification there, what if you try to stop somebody inside of the store from stealing and they pull out a knife and stab you?
That's why you shouldn't stop somebody in the store.
I mean, what if it's your store and this is all you got? This is your gas station and all your money is here in this gas station. You're just gonna let people just keep stealing $1 item, $1 item, $1 item, $1 item, $1 item?
This way you gotta have a switch and have that lock on the door. Like, hey, give my shit back.
Okay, I can see that. But what if you don't? Not every gas station, and you don't want a criminal to stay in your store because you don't know if they're armed.
I mean, you behind the glass. Most glass should be bulletproof.
The reason why I bring this up is because
I know what you about to say.
What?
That shit in Detroit.
They happened in Detroit. A kid, somebody stole somebody. I don't know if it was a kid or not, but somebody stole something that was like $1 item, $2 item. It was a cheap item, bag of chips or something. And the store owner or the clerk, whatever, shot the person that did it. And the community went in and shut that gas station down because it wasn't the first time that it happened. So now, is it warranted that person shot somebody? Because this has probably happened over and over and over and over again, and the cops do not stop it. The cops will not stop it. They will not enforce it. The community don't care. They only care until after somebody gets hurt. So what do you do? What do you do in that situation? You just shut down and go to a different place? You can't sell here no more? When there's people in the community that do want to buy your stuff.
No, you probably gotta go about it a different way, damn near, if you want to stay there. Probably lock everything up and tell people, let me know what you want.
I think what I would do, I would hire a security guard that is of the people in that community to protect that so they don't steal. Hey, make sure nobody steals from here. That's your job. Nobody steals. That's what I would do. I would hire a professional security guard. It sucks that you have to have that in a store, in a gas station or a convenience store. You get what I'm saying? Because you can't really afford that. How are you going to afford a $40,000 a year, $60,000 a year employee to be a security guard for dollar items?
You better be the only gas station around.
Exactly. So it's just not feasible. So they had to defend themselves. And that's not, I'm not saying he was supposed to shoot somebody for a dollar item. What's supposed to happen? when the people in the community don't regulate themselves, and there's just do whatever. It sucks. It's a shitty situation. I wouldn't want to shoot nobody. Yeah. But it just sucks. It's like if somebody just keeps stealing from me over and over. It's like somebody takes that apple and they just keep taking it from my apple tree every single day, not even leaving a quarter.
You said about apple tree?
I'm using an example. If somebody comes into my yard and just keeps taking my apples, and I sell these apples every single year to make money, and they just keep taking it over and over again, before you know it, I have no money and I can't afford to live. So what do I do now? Do I shoot somebody so nobody ever comes back here again? Or do I just let them keep stealing and stealing and stealing? Because obviously the cops ain't doing shit in Detroit. That's what I mean.
Just gotta fence up your apple tree.
But how? How? So that means it has to be like a store where nobody can go in. Tell me what you want and I'll send it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen that in Chicago before.
You won't.
There's gas.
There's gas stations like that, but you won't get a lot of business.
No, you won't.
You won't, because people want to see what they're grabbing. They want to grab what they grab. They want. Hey, what do you got in here? Do you have this? No, I don't have that. Do you have this? No, I'm gonna go to this store where I can go inside. You know. So there was a store right here, a gas station, that was right here like that, and it was by my house. And they went on their business because they just kept getting robbed and robbed and robbed and robbed and robbed. You know, and they never shot nobody, but now they're out of business. And so what's worse, you being homeless or you shooting somebody? I think shooting somebody, because like I said, killing somebody it's murder. You deserve life in prison. Even if it's for $1. You shouldn't kill somebody for $1.
No, yeah, you shouldn't.
You get what I'm saying?
So if dude knew that area was bad, like I said before, he could have had like a switch with a lock on the door and only letting like 1 or 2 people in at a time. Regardless if you losing money or
not.
not.
You won't get no business. For that, you might as well pack up and leave if you got to do that.
He already closed down.
Well, he closed down because the people in the community closed him down. He didn't close down on because he wanted to. He closed down because the guys in the neighborhood said, you won't sell another thing in this thing as long as you're here. And the cops ain't stopping it.
So if he had limited access, they could have, all this would have been solved.
It's weird to say limited access because you're a business. You want to be accessible to everybody. All right. So when we were at school, the kids couldn't go in with backpacks. All right. And there could only be like 2 kids at a time or 1 kid at a time. Adults can go in as you please. If you're with an adult, you can go in with your parent. But kids can't go in because kids are stealing. All right. So in that situation like that, maybe they should have did something like that to where only one person, and maybe he was the only person in the store and he stole something and he got shot.
Yeah, they do that at the gas station by my crib.
I don't think that the person should have got shot. I don't think that the person should have got shot for stealing something. But what do you do when the cops don't enforce none of this that's happening? When the community don't enforce none of this that's happening?
It's literally 2 ways. You either move out or you got to board up your inventory. It's literally the only ways.
It sucks. It sucks. Because you can't make no money like that. You can't make no money like that. Somebody's always gonna try to steal from your store. Right. And when the cops don't ever charge nobody from stealing from your store, you'll always lose money. You know, and especially when you're in a bad neighborhood. They're in a bad neighborhood. Detroit's pretty fucked up. But I don't think he should have shot nobody. We can go on to another subject though.
On the internet say his girlfriend broke up with him and he Googled how to end his life. But you know, Google sends you to the helpline and he asked Twitter what's the best way to do it. I'm not trolling. I clicked on his tweet. I scrolled down to the replies and everybody was playing jokes. It was hilarious to people. Like one nigga said man up, other nigga was cracking jokes. Like no funny shit. The whole internet thought it was a joke. The next day the nigga took his life, bro. He took his life. If you look in the replies now, all those people that was joking deleted it because they didn't want to look responsible for the nigga taking his life. You really don't know what people are going through, bro. Like, even if you thought he was joking, why take the risk? That's not even something like a person tweets unless they're seriously thinking it. Like, it really scares me how little humanity there is left on the internet, bro. Like, I seen a guy on the internet say,
what'd you think?
I think that the internet is a cruel world, man, and when you put things like that on the internet and you're reading the comments, people say the craziest shit. Like I was reading the Waka Flocka comments, and they were all just saying, "Hey, you got your ass beat because you're a Trump supporter." People just are unempathetic, bro. People just don't care about anybody else but themselves. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people feel that way. They only care about themselves. A lot of people actually, they don't even care about their kids. They don't care about their parents. I'm not saying everybody, but there's people out there that feel like that. So going with this right there, with that guy tweeting the stuff, I think he should have just. Social media is not the place, bro. It's not, because it's just an evil place. There's so much bad shit on social media. I think social media is probably the leading cause of a lot of suicides, because you see a fantasy land. You're seeing stuff that you can't get. You're seeing girls that you can't get. Girls are seeing guys that they can't get. They're seeing fantasy relationships that are perfect. They're seeing houses that are perfect. They never see anybody's downside. And that's literally what social media is. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, every social media platform. Twitter's kind of more news now, so it's a little bit different, but it's still a social media platform. And with mental health the way it is, I think social media ain't the place, bro. It's kind of hard to say on this situation because there's really we don't know really the story on why he killed himself. Just that he posted that stuff on there and people started talking shit to him for whatever.
Oh no! In the beginning, he said something with his girlfriend.
His girlfriend. Oh yeah.
His girlfriend broke up with him, and he Googled how to end his life.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so you, going back to that, your girlfriend breaking up with you, man. Honestly, dude, a lot of guys go through that heartbreaking, and when they get their heart broken by a girl, they feel like the world's over, and it's just because they're thinking out of lust, man. They're thinking that they can never get another girl again, or they actually did love her, and for whatever the heartbreak reason, why did he get his heart broken? Did she leave him for another guy? That's what I mean by no content. That we don't know what happened there. Was it his fault? Was he just a bad person, or was it her cheating or something like that? We don't know the full content. So I think that going back to like that, if you don't want people talking shit to you, I think you got to keep your business off of social media. You know, especially like this, you posting, "Oh, my heart's broken." Man, I man up. I kind of say it too. There's too many girls out here to be hung up over one girl. If your girlfriend leaves you, I'm gonna tell you this: don't think about going to find a better girl. Don't think about going to find more hotter, beautiful, with a job or any of that. Focus on yourself, and you'll get everything that you're meant to get. You'll get that girl that you want once you start focusing on yourself. But once you put the women first, you'll think out of lust, and you'll never get to your full potential. You'll never get to where you're meant to be, because your focus is not where you're meant to be. Your focus is on women. So in that situation right there, after that heartbreak, he should have just literally, what a lot of guys do, is go to the gym. You know, you're not only gonna find a nice hot piece of ass at the gym to look at or talk to or whatever, you're gonna find somebody that's taking care of themselves, bettering themselves. You're gonna find somebody it's gonna rub off better than somebody that's not. You know, and then when you go to the gym, it's gonna help with your mental health in general. You're gonna be exercising, running around. You're just gonna feel better. You know, so that's what I think about that. I think social media is killing a lot of people.
All right, so now say social. He didn't have nobody to talk to about that. He just felt social media was his only way to just get that out there, and he maybe thought that he was gonna get other responses, not go kill yourself.
Well, see, yeah, that's the thing. Like, so I know a guy that
if you're saying it like that, he could have went somewhere else rather than social
you can go
media.
somewhere else, because social media is not the place. Because I know people that I know personally that. One of my buddies, he's not even my buddy no more, but at one time we were cool, you know, and he was like, "Man, I don't even want to live no more. I want to kill myself." Like, he literally meant it, bro. And my other buddy was like, "Man, I'm tired of hearing that. Just go fucking do it already." He literally told him that shit. He didn't do it, but that's how unsympathetic people are. Some people just don't care. So when you go to social media about it, they're gonna joke around about your life because they don't care. They don't know you. And even when people know you like that, like it was just like we know each other. It's like me telling you that we'll go do it. I don't care. I would never tell that to somebody I know, but he did, you know, and that's what happened to that guy, and he killed himself. You know, it was fortunate enough that this guy didn't kill himself, you know, because he had other people around him to be like, nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? We're here for you, you know, mom's just here for you and shit like that, you know. But if he didn't have that, maybe he would have. You know, and like you said, that person didn't have nobody else. So when he went to social media, and social media ate him alive for it, because me as a man, we're kind of trained to feel that way. If you're down and out, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, toughen up. Do you get what I'm saying? We don't get nobody to talk to. We don't get nobody to cry to because you're a man. Only women get to cry. That's how social. That's how society is. You know what I'm saying? You toughen up, be stronger about whatever bullshit you're going through. That's kind of it is with me, bro. I don't have like nobody to like really like talk to, like to really tell my problems to like to where they won't judge me and hear me out for whatever I gotta say. Kind of like a psychiatrist, you know. When most men don't have people to talk to like that, because your girlfriend don't want to hear it, your mom don't want to hear it, your dad don't want to hear it, nobody around you wants to hear it, your friends don't want to hear it.
Y'all brothers, y'all better go ahead and talk to each other.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. When you have problems and nobody wants to hear it, you get what I'm saying? Who you gonna talk to? And that's just the way it is. So my problems that I have, I kind of just keep them to myself. You know, every problem that I go through, I keep them to myself. Besides like conversations when we have here, or other places when I talk to people, I'll open up and tell my problems, because I like to show people that we're not all perfect. Because
men can be vulnerable.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look at this. Like things that I post on Instagram, people will be like, "Man, he's lucky. He's lucky. Man, how does he get to do that? How he's lucky." But they don't see my hurt. They don't see my problems. They don't see how much I struggle throughout the year, throughout the days. They only see the beauty that I post every time, because I never post my struggles. I never post my failures. Nobody likes to post their failures. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why social media is bad. This is an example of why. Is because when you post a failure, that was a failure, a heartbreak, that's what happened. You know, so how do you feel about that, Dempsey? We can move on.
About the whole situation.
Yeah, about that whole situation right there.
No, yeah, it is a fucked up situation. He shouldn't have went to social media, such a trolling place.
Yeah.
Where he should have went somewhere more. He could have went to a random store or in the mall or something, a gas station, a clinic.
Even if you go to like what is that place called? Like the Mercy Center. You know, like to a suicidal place where you feel like you're gonna do something like that.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna help you at least something. You're gonna have somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the way I feel.
It sucks that humanity is such a trolling thing now.
Wouldn't that put him in risk though, just like being locked up in that area? Or do they got a choice on like, all right, say I go up to them, say like I'm suicidal, can't they just lock me up in like their facility?
So, well, yeah, because if you're suicidal, they want to prevent you from hurting yourself. So they're gonna put you in there. You're not gonna be locked up in like it's not.
I'm just not locked up for real.
You're gonna be in a place where they don't want to let you out for X amount of time. You're gonna have to stay there for X amount of time. They're gonna take care of you. You're gonna be talking to doctors. You're gonna be eating. They're gonna be feeding you.
They kind of have to.
There's a process that they do. They keep you there to try to get you better, to try to make you understand why not to kill yourself. You know, about how stuff is like that. You know, and there's just not enough places like that. And you can only go to those places if you admit that you want to hurt yourself. If I go to them and say, hey, my brother or my sister or my cousin, they're talking about hurting themselves, they won't take you. You have to go and personally say that I want to hurt myself. That's the only way you can get help from places like that.
It's another way you can do it. No, it's not. I just forgot how it goes. Cause dude that works at the hospital, like he deals with like all that too, and he said like there's actually ways that other people can do it.
You can't.
I'm just telling you what I was told.
The reason why I know is because my buddy up the street, they deal with it with his brother, and he goes crazy all the time, and they can't admit him for no reason. He has to admit himself. Even if he talks about killing himself, like hurting himself, even at house, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm gonna hurt myself, and they go and tell them, there's nothing that they can do. He has to say that I feel that way. So when they talk to him and they say, are you trying to kill yourself? And he's like, nah. Okay, conversation over. Nothing that they can do. They will not help you. And that's what happened. That's what happened here with my buddy up the street. Literally what happened to him. Unless me physically, if I want to hurt myself, unless I physically, personally go and tell that place that I want to hurt myself, there's nothing that they can do to help me. Because now I'm just going to lie to them. I'm just going to be like, nah, I don't want to hurt myself. Do you get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
It's the same thing with the drug addicts. They will not accept a drug addict unless the drug addict wants to be there. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing with them. It's fucked up.
I gotta ask him to like, cause he told me, I just forgot what he said.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They've been trying to admit my buddy's brother for the longest, bro, and it's because he has psychotic episodes where he talks about hurting people and himself. They don't want to live with him no more, but they don't want to put him on the street. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where do you go? They're trying to put him. They're trying to admit him, but every time that they do get to that point, dude talks his way out of it. And it's like, nah, they're lying. I don't want to hurt myself. I'm fine. I'll take my pills. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what happens, you know, and it sucks. It sucks that there's no actual place for mental health people.
Folks, you're not going to believe this, but
So Amazon workers went on strike, and Jeff Bezos said, check this out. He introduced Amazon worker robots. He said, you want more money, right? Well, it's only going to cost me $3 per robot to replace you. They're having their FAFO moment. He didn't stop there. Check this out. He said, two can play that game. Thanks for allowing me to test out my new technology, because soon I won't need you guys to work in the warehouse anymore. I'll replace you with something that doesn't take days off, that doesn't get sick, and doesn't ask for raises. So you can strike if you want, but you're being replaced. Check this out. The new technology was tested, and now, think about this, the most highest grossing company in the world has found a way to replace humans. All because the Amazon workers wanted to go on strike. So this goes to show, when they said that 85 million jobs will be replaced by AI technology, well, Amazon might be the first company to do that. Peace and love. And I'm out.
holy smokes, you're not going to believe this.
What do you think about that, Keyshawn?
I think we was going to get to that point anyway, so it just made him push harder to like get it started up.
What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean we're gonna get to that point anyways?
With just robotic stuff.
Yeah, like AI running everything, robots, just to the point where like we don't have to actually be there.
Yeah, it was gonna get to that point. I do think that it was a couple years ago where they got that self scrubber in Walmart.
So what happens to? Yeah, I remember seeing that.
That was fucking trippy when I first seen that.
Beep beep.
I was like, what
So
the
what
fuck?
happens when that happens? When Walmart's, when Myers, when all these places where they can run self-sufficient with little to no employees on hand?
You said what's wrong with that?
No. What's gonna happen? Like, what do you think is gonna happen at that point when that stuff happens? Because it like you
Well,
said,
obviously the
it's
people lose
getting
out on
there.
their jobs, but it's kind of sketchy because like, what if they get like some mind, like altering mind, like their own mind or something like that?
I do get that, but what I mean by what's gonna happen to the people without the jobs? Like, so if all these companies go automated, like say fast food restaurants and all these places they go automated, what's gonna happen to us regular people that depend on those jobs?
Right, we obviously lose out on the job, and that's fucked up.
So how are we gonna afford to feed our families? How are we gonna afford to pay our bills? How are we gonna afford to do anything? What happens at that point when this happens?
Got to go into a different field of work.
But what though? There's not gonna be enough jobs because that's the manual labor jobs. That's our jobs that we have. Everything else is gonna be tech, and if everybody's not smart enough to do tech, then what's gonna happen? And tech's getting beat by AI right now. So there's obviously going to be jobs for people. It's not going to be all jobs going to be gone, but majority of jobs are going to be gone. Like the old warehouse jobs are going to be gone. And obviously the robots, I think, are more safer. They're not going to get hurt. People are not going to get hurt. People are not calling in sick. So I understand that as a business sense. I do get that. But I don't think people will be able to live in a mass. So I think they're going to have to give out UBIs, universal basic income, to where Jeff Bezos makes so much money a year, he's gonna have to pay a high tax on that. You know, so he'll probably pay like a 50 to 60, 70% tax on all his money, and then whatever money that's gonna go back to UBI programs of people not having jobs where they're gonna get a check every month to live. Like what we were talking about a few times ago. Like say if you don't have a job, the government will give you $4,000 a month. Within that $4,000 is gonna be a $1,200 cash or $1,200 cash voucher for a rent, right? Then it's gonna give you a $500 cash voucher for your car, and then it's gonna give you a $400 or $1,000 cash voucher for your food for the month. You get what I'm saying? So they won't give you cash, but you'll get cash vouchers that are gonna be like cash, so you won't be able to go buy drugs with them. This cash has to be like ID, like your card type of shit, you know. I think that's the route that they're going. UBI, Universal Basic Income. Yeah.
Fuck it.
I think if that were to happen, it'll be a lot more controlled, to where the point where there's going to be a lot more police on the streets to stop like crimes and robberies and stuff like that. I think it would be like. Have you ever seen the movie like Minority Report?
No.
It's an old school movie where there was a guy that was there was like a screen where they able to read the future before it happens, like to tell like if you were gonna commit a crime before it happens. I think that's where it's going towards.
That's some wild
Yeah,
stuff.
it's gonna be crazy, especially once it gets into UBI. Once it gets into UBI, basic incomes, they're gonna have to figure out a way to keep people under control, because people are gonna have no jobs. They're gonna have too much time on their hands. And if you're giving people free money, it's gonna be a lot of shit happening. I mean, look at the summer of love. We were all getting COVID checks and fucking shit up, partying and rioting.
But I did not leave the house.
I mean, you didn't, but there was a lot of people
Yeah.
that were, you know, and it's just what it was. We had nothing else to do.
I was enjoying my time on that game.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I was doing. I was chilling. Yeah, I remember. Do you think that's going to be a good thing though? The robots taking over all our jobs, all factory jobs, pretty much.
Nah, it's not gonna be a good thing.
I think it could be, as in like the aspect of, well, no, hold on.
It's just gonna cause complication with the people trying to get jobs.
Mm-hmm. I think the only good thing about it that would be is nobody gets hurt on the job site. You know, like if a robot gets crushed by a box, it's a robot. You know what I'm saying? But if a person gets crushed by a box, I mean, that's a person. That's bad. So I think that's the way I feel about that.
Cause I like warehouses, they just like such a dull place. Like you just get like a certain energy when you go into warehouses compared to just like when you're actually out working or doing some different type of job.
What do you mean?
Cause like warehouses, they're literally just most of the time like just always gray. It just seems like dark and.
But what are you trying to say though?
Like
a warehouse job ain't good enough?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like it'd be good for like robots to be in the warehouse and people could actually like go outside and find a different job.
But what different job? Because like say Menards is a warehouse. If they employ 5,000 people every single day, where are those 5,000 people gonna go?
They gonna have to get that CDL. They gonna have to go be somewhere else.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like our warehouse jobs here in America is kind of what keeps America going. All the warehouse jobs, all the distribution companies, all of those type of jobs, like a lot of those jobs are all we have left, because we don't make nothing here in America no more. So those are all our main, like Menards distribution, Home Depot distribution, Lowe's distribution, all these main stores, distribution centers is where a lot of people work at, and then a lot of us other people work at their stores. So when they automate all of this, none of us have no more jobs. It's only good for the rich people, and it's only good that people don't die on the job, you know, working. But it's not good for us as in financially, because now if they do that and we do get UBI, you're going to get 4,000, you're going to get 4,000, you're going to get 4,000, instead of you being able to work for 7,000 and you busting your ass to get 8,000 and then you slacking your ass and only getting 4,000. That's the difference. So now we're all going to get the same thing. Now, how about, I don't know, I think it's kind of shitty. I think UBI is going to create a lot of entitled, even lazier people than we already have. That's it. I think that's all that's going to happen there. I think we need to bring back more jobs. I think we need to bring back manufacturing jobs where we actually build stuff here again, instead of China or India.
So when you mean like just stop robotics and do all by hand?
No, I don't mean that. I mean like still using robots to help us build stuff, obviously. But like, look at China. They're able to build all the stuff there because of less regulations. India, they're able to build all the stuff there because of less regulations. And we cannot build shit here no more because we have so much regulations, which is fine because people are not getting sick, people are not getting cancer, people are not getting this, but we're all getting cancer. We're all getting sick. So tell me again why they took away our jobs? Why did they give it to India? Why did they give it to China? So all of the middle class can get fucked over?
Don't they got slaves though? Like them people that be in the warehouse?
That's my point exactly. So if that's why it's in China or India is because they're working off slave labor and they don't want to pay us. So at one point in time, the entire world bought shit from America because we had the best shit. Everybody that wanted to buy from here. Nobody buys from here no more because of why? We don't make shit no more. Nobody makes shit here. China buys all of our food. So you got the fishermen over here on the East Coast, the West Coast, whatever, fishing for all kind of
workers went on
fishing for all kind of stuff, and we don't even get to eat that in our own supermarkets. It gets sold to China, Japan. All these places over there are bidding on our food that should be getting sold here. Why is that? And why are we? You can go to a supermarket and go find a whole bunch of food from China. Why the fuck are we buying food from China to sell in American food stores?
So basically, what you're saying is we fish it here, ship it over there, and ship it back.
No, we buy their food. It's retarded, dude. Unless it says made in America or grown in America, you can count on it being shipped in from somewhere else. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're eating food, if it's not literally saying made in America, grown in America, processed in America.
Yeah, everything we eat is from somewhere else.
It's from somewhere else. You get what I'm saying?
Nothing is from U.S.
Yeah, unless it actually says
besides
a product of the U.S.
Besides like some vegetables and fruits and obviously.
So look, a lot of fruits and vegetables can be grown where? Here, California California is the most ultimate
That's what I'm
place to
saying.
grow.
That's like some fruits and vegetables is the only thing that we eat here.
Yeah,
from here.
Yeah, so
everything else like
is imported, and at that we even import fruits and vegetables too. Mexico. I'm not saying we can't get it from there, but why when we can grow it here? Isn't it more expensive to ship old fucking shit from over there to here instead of just growing it here? That shit doesn't make sense to me.
All right, so we can do this. Have the automated warehouses and then just have all them people do like farming and all that.
But what about the farmers that are already farming now? Where are they gonna go?
We have a bunch of farmers,
but there's
unlimited food.
But there's already people working the fields with machines and robots. They already have that figured out. Yeah. So those people are gonna even lose their jobs to robots too, to even more robots. So now there's gonna be even less people working. Literally, that's the way of society is going to be. You will own nothing and be happy. That's what Klaus Schwab said in the New World Order shit. That you will own nothing, Dempsey, and you will be happy, which means you will be a renter for the rest of your life, Keyshawn.
Shit fucked up.
It's fucked up, and that's what they want. People like Jeff Bezos, people like Bill Gates, maybe even Elon Musk. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what his ultimate bottom line is, his agenda is. Like, they could be what their agenda is, that they'll own everything and we will own nothing. Because that's what they said. You know, so when the rich people get together, the World Economic Forum, and they talk about this stuff, you better pay attention and listen, because this is where the world is going and this is what's going to happen. And most people don't care about that shit. Like, people that go to work every single day and wake up, go to sleep, they hate their life and real miserable. They don't know what's going on out there. We're in a rat race over and over again until we die. And once we start to wake up and see what's going on out there, people start to fight back.
It's the constant battle of the sheep and the wolf.
Yeah, literally, that's what it is. We're sheep. Not everybody's sheep, but most of us are sheep.
What we got next?
24 election fried our brains. The Democrats couldn't hold a primary because they were too busy holding a body upright. Are we still rolling? Am I off?
Go for it.
It was amazing that the pro-choice party didn't give their voters one when it came to the presidential candidate. Kamala was forced on us so hard you'd think she was patented by Pfizer. or Moderna, whichever one's. Oh God, Andy just gave me a very scary look. No. Let me be clear though. 2024 was not only negative. The media wants us to believe this country is so divided, but we actually came together a lot this year. Like as a nation, we unanimously agreed that we would rather see J-Lo in a toxic relationship than in concert. We all agreed the government totally knows what drones are and are telling us. The drones are still up there, and we have no idea what's behind them. No idea. I mean, they're still up in the sky, so I guess we can rule out that they were made by Boeing. The point is, I think we all agree on a lot of things. And since I only have a minute left live on Establishment Media, why don't we just say a bunch of things that we know that they'll never cover? Okay, ready, go. Trump shooter didn't have any silverware in his house. No one thought that was weird? Are we still rolling? Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney, so just know there won't be any girl characters in the next Cars movie. Are we still rolling? This is wild. Okay, why have so many presidents' chefs died? Weird.
Hold on.
Boy Scout of America.
Pause it. The wives of what?
Didn't have any silverware
Why
in his
did
house.
so
No one
many
thought that was weird?
presidents' chefs die?
Yeah.
Are we still rolling?
Hold
Crown
on.
Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney, so just know there won't be any girl characters in the next Cars movie. Are we still rolling? This is wild. Okay, why have so many...
Why are so many presidents' chefs side?
You don't catch the actual words.
Wild.
She basically said, "Why did presidents' chefs die? Like, why are there so many chefs that's died from presidents?"
It's for that instance because they probably seen something or know something. I would say that probably.
Yeah.
They you're with somebody all the time. You hear shit. You know that's what I think so. They're whacking them.
Or should they probably got like the proper knowledge on what to actually feed like people to keep them alive for so long?
You
That's
just
possible
know
too.
you
That's
just know
possible
stuff.
too.
You just know stuff that you're not supposed to know.
Yeah, I think that in general you know
The
stuff that you're
regular
not supposed to
person
know.
not supposed to know.
Especially being in somebody's house, living there, being a chef.
You just know classified stuff.
Yeah, I think that might be what it is.
And that's fucked
Okay,
up.
why have so many presidents' chefs died? Weird. Boy Scout of America, they renamed itself Scouting America. You know who else changed their name? Sean Combs. Just saying. Let's learn something in 2025. I can't believe you guys are still letting me go. This is amazing. I love CNN. Please stop me, Andy, because I will just keep going.
Happy New Year, Whitney Cummings.
Am I still...
It's terrible. So Boy Scouts change their name to just Scouts to
Scouting
just
America.
include the Girl Scouts, I'm assuming.
I would assume to include the
Girl Scouts.
No,
and
no,
so
no,
it's
no.
just one.
The transgenders.
Yeah, but what about the Girl Scouts though?
They're probably still Girl Scouts. They would just said Boy Scouts. It didn't say nothing about Girl Scouts. Because they're two separate things. Girl Scouts is
Right.
one thing, and the Boy Scouts is another thing. So I'm assuming instead of Boy Scouts, they're going Scouting America, or whatever it was, to include the transgenders. Maybe.
You don't think they just putting boys and girls together and just?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
and
possible.
including the trans.
That's possible, and including the transgenders
That's why.
as well.
That's why they drop in the boys.
But why would they put the boys and girls together and the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts?
They're putting them together because everything's coming together with the whole transgender stuff.
They want to stop the separation. Everybody's one.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I think they're just trying to fuck up some shit. That's,
Yeah, but we gotta look into it. The next cars don't got any girls. That's crazy because they're Saudi Arabian thing and.
Yeah, I mean, the Saudi Arabia. I mean, they're real big on that. You know, the women don't have a lot of rights out there, if any.
So that comes out. That is kind of crazy though.
I think they let her go so long because she's a comedian. A lot of people that talk about certain things like how she was talking, they would have cut her off. Just go to the next thing, next subject, next person, or your mic's not working.
It's almost the same with the Jim Carrey thing.
Yeah. It's because they're a comedian. They can write him off as being a joke or a clown. You know, he's not serious. But that's crazy. I think a lot of that stuff that she was talking about is true. Yeah, she just told everybody straight to their faces, and a lot of people didn't even hear it. Look at this. Copy.
I just heard a boom.
Oh my God. I heard that boom too, but I didn't know it was actually outside. I thought it was a person in the hallway. I was teased
because my teeth. I don't like the person looking at me in the mirror.
I hope not another one goes off.
That's a lot of smoke.
That's another one I heard.
It was like a boom, boom, boom.
And I heard another.
And it almost sounded like a rolling, like garbage dumpster.
Yeah.
And then I saw that pop up.
That's definitely something else. Oh my God.
It looks like there might.
They evacuated.
Yeah, they're looking for more bombs.
So from what I seen in another video, it looked like fireworks came out of there.
No, it was fireworks. It was fireworks and a bomb in there as well. So there was a closer video of it, and it showed it blowing up.
The best moments deserve.
Well, Giovanni, it was just after 8:40 this morning when that Tesla Cybertruck exploded in front of the Trump Hotel near Las Vegas Boulevard. Tonight, authorities telling us they know what caused that explosion to happen, but are still working to piece together a motive. Tonight, one person is dead and 7 others injured after a 2024 Cybertruck exploded in front of the Trump Hotel on Las Vegas Boulevard. A surveillance camera on property capturing the moment the truck blew up, leaving behind a plume of smoke and debris near the hotel's entrance.
We're looking directly into Trump Tower from our room, and then I saw there was a second explosion. So I heard one and then saw the other one actually happen, and it was like fireworks were shooting off.
Investigators
You see a
confirmed the
report
body
where it
was
said
found
that he
inside the Cybertruck.
either shot himself or he was already shot.
Yeah, I think he killed himself before
we
it
do know
blew
who
up.
rented the truck. We are looking at that individual, but I am not prepared to release the name of any of the individuals that we are looking at.
Following that, our second objective is to determine whether this was an act of terrorism or not.
Also found in the explosion's aftermath, fireworks
What if they
and
threw
gas canisters
autopilot
in
on?
the truck's bed,
Mhm.
raising even more concerns.
No, they
about
found the body in
cause.
there.
Yeah, but what if
Las
what if
Vegas
somebody
Sheriff
killed
Kevin
him?
McMahill said
Ah,
the
yeah.
Cybertruck
Put the
struck
body
the
in,
have
through
been
it seem like it
autopilot.
was
to the
him.
hotel, with most of the blast directed
Possible.
upwards.
I think it was what's
The
I'll talk about it right
Cybertruck,
now.
rented through the car-sharing service Turo, arrived in Las Vegas just hours before the explosion. Surveillance footage shows the truck passing by the hotel around 7:30 a.m. before circling back and stopping just moments before the blast.
Car blew up. Like I stepped back for a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's just a lot of fireworks. Maybe I'll be able to get out of there. And then there was enough fireworks that the car blew up, and it was just flaming and a couple people crying.
Eric Trump, executive vice president of the Trump Organization, expressed gratitude to first responders and reassured the public of the hotel's commitment to safety. Meantime, Sheriff McMahill stressed there's no ongoing threat to the public, but emphasized authorities are keeping a close eye on what happened, especially in light of the violent attack in New Orleans.
Do I think it's a coincidence? I don't know, but what I can tell you is we're absolutely investigating any connectivity to what happened in New Orleans, as well as other attacks that have been occurring around the world. We're not ruling anything out yet.
That's crazy. What do you feel about that, Keyshawn?
I don't know. It could.
Especially they're both American citizens. They're not even from anywhere else.
So what I don't get is like how they they don't know whether to call it terrorism or not. But when that one dude that killed that CEO, they called his terrorism.
So I think they're trying not to call this terrorism because they don't want it to link back to other things because they don't want the people to panic. You know, if we found out that there's bombs planted all across the United States and we don't know where they are, I think people would go into a mass panic. So they can't tell people that stuff. That's why they're trying to keep this on their wraps.
But they could say that terror killed the healthcare person. Wouldn't that also make people panic? Like, oh shit, there's fucking terrorists out here.
Yeah, but they can kind of just pinpoint it that it's just this one guy that he was just doing a terroristic act.
Who knows that's just that one guy though?
But that's what I'm saying. Who knows that?
Well,
But
then
that's
it just goes back into the people are sheep.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, exactly. So with that right there, with what happened yesterday, I think it's an inside job again.
No, I definitely think it's
I think they want us
job.
to go back to war, like I said, with Iran and finish off that because it said that Iran was the last one that has to fall. And Iran hasn't fell yet. All the other countries over there fell except for Iran. Iraq, Libya, Syria, all those countries fell. Lebanon, except for I think Lebanon too, except for Iran. Iran's the last one in the region. I just think that it's more or less probably the CIA probably infiltrating like these people, brainwashing them, MK Ultra type of shit, making them think that they're supposed to be doing this shit, and that's what happened. When you look at Fort Bragg, I believe that it's a CIA place where the CIA place like people come out of, you know. So I don't know, man. The guy that tried to kill Trump at his golf course, and then both of these guys have connection to Fort Bragg. I think they might be CIA, all three of them. So CIA now has authorization to kill United States citizens if they feel it's for the better of America or some shit like that. So the president and Congress, whatever, they signed a recent bill that would legalize that happening. So before CIA, they could only kill off of the shore. They can never kill on American. They cannot operate on American soil. They can only operate outside of America. But now it's different. Now they can operate within America. So if you're a news reporter and you're in this area and they need to get you killed and they need to make it look like an accident or a terroristic threat, that's a way to do it right there. You know, and that'll be a legal way for them to do it, and the CIA will never get in trouble for it. The government can never get in trouble for it. Basically, put it like this. If the government says that Trump is a threat to American society, they can legally try to kill him. Legally, and not get in trouble for it. And that's probably what's happening too. That could be potentially what's happening. This all could be a potential thing where they're trying to still kill Trump, and this is how they're doing it like this. And they're just trying to make it seem like it's a terrorist that's going to do it. That because there was a terrorist in Iran that Trump killed. He ordered the strike on him. When they found it, he said, "Kill him, send it now." The drones went in and killed him. They vowed to get revenge on him. So I don't think that our government would not know about something that's happening here on the homeland. So I'm thinking that it's our government that's in cahoots with whatever terrorist organizations going on, like ISIS, because Obama's the one that created ISIS. So that I'm just conspiracy theory right now. I think it's a CIA plot.
It could go down a lot of rabbit
I think it's a
holes.
CIA plot trying to figure out a way to kill Trump to blame it on ISIS and the Iranians. So before he gets inaugurated within these next few days, they're probably going to try something else again. I wouldn't doubt it. Don't quote me on that, but they might try something else again. So every major city, wherever he's attending to, might be a target. How do you guys feel about this? You guys, that's it? You guys think it's anything else crazy, or you think it's just terrorist?
No, it's obviously terrorist. Some deeper meaning to it.
Shit, they ready for that World War III.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to burrow up something else.
The first couple.
What we got here?
That fog out there in Florida.
That fake Florida fog. Shit wasn't fog. That shit was something else.
The first couple days we came to the beach, I thought this was completely beautiful. When we walked out, it was just so different. Now, third day, I'm wondering what really is going on. I mean, should I have my kids out here? The first couple days.
So are they blocking the air, like the sky, so they can do all that drone activity in peace?
That could be.
Because
that.
we've had a lot of fog over here for the past few weeks as well, too. More than normal.
It could be either blocking out, or maybe it's some type of chemical fog to just get in our system
to fuck us up. That's that too.
To maybe fuck us up internally.
That's possible.
I didn't even know we had fog outside. I ain't been outside.
Well, you be sleeping there today, but during the day, bro, for some reason, like fog happens, man. But like, I don't ever really remember having fog in the wintertime. I don't. I could be wrong, but I just don't remember. We're dead in the middle of the winter, and we've had like 3-4 foggy days already. I don't know. It's weird. And how they were saying that people were getting sick from the fog, you know, and stuff like that. There was another place where they were saying that people were getting sick from fog.
Yeah. That
Or,
comment
or,
right
or
there
that
says,
it, or that it smelled like pesticides or something. Like it
That-
smelled like something,
that
like bug
comment
spray.
really says it right there. It normally burns off by 7 a.m. because of the sun. This isn't normal for us. It has never been like this. I lived here for 60 years.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
This is not normal fog.
That's what I mean. Like I don't remember that we were the middle of the day, the sun was already up and we still had fog here. I think this was like last week when you were sleeping, Keyshawn.
I wake up about 2:00.
Yeah, the
but
fog was gone by then.
I don't walk outside to check the mail till like 7.
Okay, yeah. The fog was gone by then. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it goes back to the weather machine, man. They do have a weather machine here. They
Damn,
are
you
manipulating the weather.
You checking the mail at 7 at night?
Yeah, every time I check the mail, it's dark outside.
Yeah, so that goes back to the weather machine that we had the other day. There's literally a real weather machine that's here that's manipulating the weather, and I believe that they got them all over the world at this point. I don't think it's just in one spot. I think it's all over the world.
Yeah. Some fishy stuff going on, man.
Is there anything else? What we got?
This is the next one.
Putin, Mother Russia.
That any Russian who grows... Did you know that Vladimir Putin, the Russian's president, he's passed a law that any Russian who grows or sells genetically modified foods is to be considered a terrorist. Whew. He's even giving land away to Russians who will grow food organically, non-GMO. You put his name and GMO in Google that and you'll read the spiel. He says, we Russians look across at the West, over-vaccinated, over-medicated, overfed, sitting in front of boxes every night in their lounge rooms, eating food that has no nutrients, he said, and we know it's weakening the West. Is he right? Absolutely right. Yeah. Unfortunately, Monsanto is so powerful and so wealthy and so big, they win every court case where Australians want GMO to be labelled on the products. Happens in America too. It's unfortunate. So how do you know? Well, you don't, unless you buy organic. You see, if an organic farmer uses genetically modified seed, they lose their organic status. So grow as much as you can yourself. And the more Aussies that buy organic, the more organic will be available. One organic tomato will give you 9 times the iron of a conventionally grown tomato. So you get much more value for your money, even though organic is more expensive. Genetically modified food happens when the DNA of 2 different species are spliced together to create, for instance, DNA of the tomato with the DNA of an Atlantic salmon, hoping to create a tomato that grows in the snow, but actually it doesn't grow in the snow. And it has 5 centres instead of 1, and there's all these strange things happening, and when the person eats that tomato, it breaks down to molecules that your body cannot recognise and has the ability to damage your DNA.
How do you feel about that, Keyshawn?
I like what Putin's doing with that. Like, it's pushing organic. It's pushing to just not eat unhealthy. And I'm big on, like, eating organic. I just obviously can't do it right now. But if I could go organic right now, I would.
Why can't you?
Since I'm not getting paid how I used to, and shit is expensive.
It's probably cheaper to eat healthier than it is to eat not healthy.
I thought the stats are showing that organic foods is more expensive.
It's more expensive, right?
Yeah.
But when you
So how's that?
Let me explain this. So when you factor in all the junk foods that we eat throughout the year, throughout the day, and we don't eat no more junk food, and we choose to buy healthier food, we'll be able to survive and live. So if you ever buy chips, cakes, pies, any type of fast food, anything at all, any of that type of product, don't buy it ever again.
But you said it's cheaper to eat healthy food over junk food.
Yeah, it is, because you're gonna ultimately eat more junk food over organic food. Because when you eat organic food, real food, you'll eat less. When you eat junk food, it's modified differently, so you'll always keep getting hungry over and over and over again. So eventually, you'll spend more money and not even notice. This is why people that don't eat organic are super fat. and people that eat better tend to be smaller. Processed food is not organic, and that's what a lot of poor people eat, right? And this is why they gain so much weight. And then when you do the math on all this
You're saying
processed
it's-
food, they're eating more processed food than they would be eating organic food.
Okay, so now I get what you're saying. Now you're saying it's cheaper because we're not buying as much.
Yes.
We're buying more junk.
Yes, in the long run.
But it's not really cheaper, though, is what I'm saying
It's
on my
not,
part.
it's not cheaper to go buy a regular egg over an organic egg, right? But I'm gonna go eat more regular eggs than I am organic eggs.
Yeah, so you're saying overall, we spend less money.
Yes,
on
and that's
it.
what she
Yeah.
was saying. So in order for me to get the same nutrition from a tomato, from a regular tomato, I would have to eat 9 regular tomatoes instead of 1 organic tomato. So that's the difference. So then instead, how much does it cost for nine tomatoes? Say $5. And 1 organic tomato is definitely not going to cost $5. That's what I mean by it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We would have to get more numbers to be more precise with it, but when you outweigh it like that, how much does it cost for a bag of chips? A standard family size bag of chips now.
I couldn't even tell you. I don't go down that aisle.
You don't, but most houses do. Okay.
Shit, that shit expensive.
$6, $7, $8, $10 at some places.
Yeah.
Okay, so say it's $8 on average. Say $7.50 on average. How much does it cost for a pound of organic beef?
It costs like 20 something, right?
No, it's like
about $12.
It's like $7.50, $8.
It's certain ones.
I buy organic beef. So it's about $7.50, $8 for a pound of organic beef. 10 at the tops at certain places, no more than $10. All right, give or take. It could be give or take right around there, but it usually tends to be no more. So if a pound of organic beef costs say $8 and a bag of chips costs $7.50, why am I buying a bag of chips that has zero nutritional value at all? That's unhealthy for me, and this organic beef costs the same cost.
Oh, if you're saying it like that, I think just
That's
USA
why
in general.
this is why people can't eat healthy, bro. They say they can't afford to eat healthy. I can't eat organic, right? But let me go into your house and let me show you why you can't afford to eat organic, because you got chips, you got pastas, you got cakes, you got all kind of shit that's not organic.
I mean, that goes into just USA in general.
People-
Wanting shit made already right then and there.
And people eating stuff that is what they like for taste. Okay, for a bag of chips, for instance, you can't go into a household for the most part and not find a bag of chips.
Yeah, because it's convenient. But if people in USA thought it was convenient enough for them to make their own stuff.
But no, so like, what I mean by this is the people think that they can't eat healthy, they can't eat organic, right? But why are they buying bags of chips? They say I can't afford to buy organic food, but they got bags of chips or
Well,
they got
I think
pop.
people just use that as an excuse.
Exactly. So when they use it as an excuse,
because it's not convenient for them.
Okay.
to
So
go
look,
and
check
make
this
that
out.
Stuff.
Okay, I get this. I get that. Okay, so take convenience out of it. All right. Now, when somebody says, like Keyshawn just said, it, I can't afford to buy organic.
That's all it is convenience.
No. Check this out. But take away the convenience from it, right? A lot of people say, well, I can't afford to buy organic, right? But when you go into their houses and you see what they eat, you can beg to differ.
Right, because it goes back into them just using that as an excuse.
excuse.
The real reason is convenience.
I guess I didn't look at it that way. I guess non-organic food is going to be more convenient because you can pop it in the oven real quick. You can pop it in the microwave, and you don't have to cook it on a stove.
It's just real quick food. That's
I get
why.
that.
That's why fast food is so big in USA, because it's convenient.
That's another one.
It's quick. Someone else is making it for me. I'm getting it in my hand.
People can eat fast food, but they can't eat organic.
Because they gotta make it.
Okay, but when somebody says that I can't afford it, they're just wrong.
It goes back to just being an excuse. They're just
It's just
lying.
an excuse, and they don't want to. They don't want to change their lifestyle. They don't want to eat healthy, and that's literally what it boils down to. Because when you want to eat healthy, and you want to go the organic route, you're gonna realize how much money you're gonna save eating that. Because you're gonna eat less. I'm not eating all day long. I'm not eating all strictly nothing but organic foods, right? But my main foods that I'm eating, like meats and stuff like that, they tend to be more like on the organic side. So I tend to find myself eating less because I'm not always constantly getting the urge to be hungry. So now when you go eat the regular foods, they're altering them with the GMOs and the certain chemicals that make you get hungry. Like if you go to McDonald's and eat their food, you're hungry an hour later. You're hungry a half hour later. You're ready to eat some more. But when I eat the same burger and fries from home cooked, real food, I'll be full all day with one meal. Why?
Yeah, I don't know how you full all day.
It's because you're not eating real food.
No, even when I was like working and like actually getting paid and eating everything organic, I was still eating more than one meal a day.
Yeah, I mean, you can eat more than one meal a day. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you can eat one solid meal of organic food and you could be good throughout the day. You don't have to overeat. Most people overeat, Keyshawn. This is why you're chubby right now, because you overeat.
I'm chubby because I can't exercise.
You're chubby because you overeat.
I'm chubby because I can't exercise. I literally cannot have no physical motion constantly.
Okay, I understand that. But at the same time, the foods that you eat keep you fat.
I'm eating fruit. I'm eating beef.
There's people that do not exercise and do not gain any weight.
That's
I get it. There's other people who are different, right? But it's how can I say this? You're not real fat. Do you get what I'm saying? But there's other people that do eat all the bullshit that get real big. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know how to put this. It's go ahead, say what you were gonna say. I gotta think about this real quick.
I was just gonna say, and there's some people that eat and nothing happens. It's just the way their body is.
Like me, my metabolism slowed down, so I'm obviously gaining the weight from and not getting any exercise.
Okay. For instance, I was eating McDonald's, Burger King, all the fast food restaurants, right? And I gained a lot of weight. And since I stopped eating all that shit and I started eating more home cooked food, I lost all that weight. Why? I used to be like 240 pounds. Now I'm 170. How'd I lose 60 pounds?
From eating, stop eating McDonald's.
I stopped eating all the fast food. I stopped drinking soda. I stopped eating sweets for the most part. I had some candy today. Once in a while I have some candy, but before I used to eat sweets and candy and junk food and cakes and pies. This used to be me. I used to go down to cakes and pies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was me. I used to tell Veronica, make sure you get my
cakes and pies.
What was the thing that your dad liked all the time? The Danish cheesecake.
Yeah.
So my girl would always come with the Danish cheesecake, always for me, bro. And I don't just have a slice. I give them a slice and I take the whole thing to the room with me and I sit there and just indulge. Fat boy status, you know? And when you don't discipline yourself and you're constantly eating this shit all day because it's readily available to you because it's convenient, you're going to be fucked up. You're going to be fat and you're going to be fucked up from that shit.
I'm not eating bad, though. That's the thing. Like, I'm not eating chips. I'm not eating candy. I eat fruit and meat. I eat pizza like once or twice a month.
Which is why you're not real big. Do you get what I'm saying? But now if you were to eat like more processed food, like regularly, you would be a lot bigger than you are right now.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that. So you still technically eat good. You just don't eat organic. So now if you switch to organic, you would even eat less. Because your body is going to have more nutrition in that organic food. So you would essentially lose weight just for switching to organic. Because it's going to have more.
But because of his no movement, he would still gain weight.
No. Because he's eating less now. Because his body's able to do it with less because he's eating cleaner foods.
I don't think that's possible.
It is. It happens every day. When people change their lifestyles and what they eat, they lose weight just without working out, bro. Do I work out?
No, but
you constantly move every day.
I constantly move.
I'm sure you move around way more than Keyshawn right now.
And let me explain this to you. I work 4 to 5 hours in the morning, 3 to 4 hours in the afternoon. I split it up in 2 different time periods. But I'm not doing
But I bet you take more steps than him.
I'm taking more steps. Don't get me
Just
wrong.
that right
Don't
there.
get me wrong. I'm taking more steps.
It's just that
But
right
I'm not
there.
doing no working out, bro.
It's just the steps.
Check this out. Let me explain this to you. If Keyshawn were to change his diet and eat more organic foods, his body would eat less. I don't think you guys are understanding this. If you guys hear this from a doctor, maybe you understand it
No, I
more.
hear you eat less.
So you would eat less. So in turn, you
But
would,
you're not hearing me. When you eat less, where's that pounds going still though? When you ate, where's it still going? If you can't move around like how
it's
Keyshawn
still
can-
going to be stick to you, obviously, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but when you eat more, you're going to get more of that weight.
I hear you, but you're not hearing me.
No,
though.
no, I do hear.
So how are we not agreeing right now?
Because you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. Okay, so when you eat more food, you're gonna get fatter. When you eat less food, you're gonna get skinnier.
Yeah, the potential of gaining is way less. Yeah.
So check this out. If I eat one meal of organic food every single day, one solid good meal of organic food versus 2 meals of non-organic food every day, I'm gonna get fatter off eating the 2 meals of non-organic food.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So with the nutrition value that this non-organic plate or this organic plate has, I will not be hungry again like I would be eating this food. So
Right.
the people that eat this food, they're constantly going to be hungry and eating more. This is why they're getting fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. And the people that are eating healthy, clean food, they're not constantly getting that urge to keep eating.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
they're
difference.
And they're moving around.
Say you're not moving around. Say
You're not moving around. Over time, you will still gain weight.
It'll just take longer.
No, guys, you guys are not listening to this. Okay, so
You just agreed that said that
listen
even
to
if
this.
I eat less,
no, everybody's gonna gain weight no matter
it's gonna
what.
be a small. You're not. Hearing
Everybody,
me.
no, you guys. Okay, people that watch this, explain it to them in the comments what I'm trying to tell them because they're not listening to me. Okay, so I'm eating one cheeseburger or one organic cheeseburger, right?
Okay.
And then
one organic cheeseburger. Let's just say hypothetically,
and now
for bullshit, it's 5 pounds.
And
I don't know.
now I'm eating 2 cheeseburgers.
1 pound, whatever pounds.
No. They're going to be the exact same pounds. 5 pounds. And now
I'm just
okay.
throwing stupid numbers.
So
out there.
now this is going to be 2 cheeseburgers, each one 5 pounds. So now I'm eating 10 pounds, right? So no matter what, when you eat more, you're going to get fatter. When you eat less, you're going to get skinnier. And the nutritional value that this food has, you're not going to get as hungry as when you're eating this stuff.
Okay.
So when you're eating this stuff, you're going to constantly be eating more and more and more.
Correct.
So you're going to get a lot fatter than you are going to get here.
That's not the argument, though.
Yes. So no matter what, you're always going to get fatter not doing nothing, Dempsey.
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
what we're
though.
saying.
I am
That was
gaining the
whole,
weight.
That was
because
literally
I
the
am
whole
no
argument.
movement.
You made it into a different
No,
argument.
it's the same argument. If you switch your diet to organic foods, you will eat less food, Keyshawn.
And I will still have weight on me because I am not moving.
Damn it, you kids just don't listen. I understand that, but you wouldn't have as much. You would lose.
I would say I lose 10 pounds.
It's still less.
That's still stomach.
Okay.
Oh my God, you kids don't understand. I'm sorry, but this is really frustrating right now because you guys are not
I
understanding
think
it.
it's a little frustrating for me right now.
No,
too.
because
I agree with you. It would be less pounds he would have.
When you eat less, you're going to be skinnier. When you eat more, you're going to be fatter. It's that simple. So if you
Right.
eat organic food causes you to eat less in general, you're going to lose weight. You will lose weight just by eating organic food. If you go on an all meat diet and get rid of all the processed foods, you will lose weight. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Do you know why we don't lose weight, right?
I don't get what you mean.
Why doesn't a person lose weight?
Why? You tell us.
Sugar.
Yeah, it's our biggest downfall.
Yes. So if you're constantly eating sugar, no matter what kind of sugar it is, your body has to eat that sugar before it eats your fat. Okay? So when you look at it like this, when you eat more food, you're going to constantly get fatter, especially sugary foods. Non-organic foods are going to be what? More sugary, more processed. You're going to get fatter like that. There's nowhere for it to go but in your stomach and your gut. I got a buddy that's what he eats. He eats a lot of processed foods. He says the same thing. I can't afford organic, but I guarantee you go into his house, he's got chips, cakes, and pies. Right. But he can't afford organic. It's just choice. It's a lifestyle that they want to live and they choose not to change. You know, so I have another buddy he was like pushing 500 pounds. His daughter was going down the same lifestyle, eating like that, and he made the choice to change his life and now to eat better foods, and now he don't eat all the bullshit, and you can see him losing the weight. You get what I'm saying? So, but if he would have kept on eating the bullshit, he was not going to lose no weight. That's what I mean by it. So the bullshit food is designed so you can keep eating more, so which means you're going to get fatter. The good food, the healthy food, is not designed to make you get hungry. It's designed to make you feel full and done for the next 5 hours, 6 hours until dinner time.
All right, but now look at this. When I was eating all the bullshit, candy, chips, everything, but I was exercising, I was skinny.
How old were you?
18.
Me too. All of us 18-year-olds are like that. Unless you're like literally that unhealthy, eating nothing but McDonald's, cakes, and pies. And since a kid, our parents, we didn't have that. My mom didn't give us McDonald's every day for dinner. We had to eat what was at home. And if we didn't eat, we didn't eat. That's the difference. Now, I have a buddy that when his son cries, he gives him what he wants. It's just that simple. When my kids cry, if they want McDonald's every day, I don't get it to them. They can cry if they want McDonald's every day. I'm not going to get it to them. My buddy gives him he goes get his son chicken nuggets. I don't. That's what happens. You're going to get fatter eating that shit. Just what it is. I think that if people choose to want to eat healthy, they're going to notice the difference. I've never met a person that's eating organic and it's just like, oh, it's so expensive, I can't afford it. No, because once you change your lifestyle, you can afford it because you're no longer going to eat the candy, the chips, the cakes, the pies. All that's going to free up an extra $100, $300, $400, so you can afford the organic food and you're going to be eating less. That's the whole thing, what I'm trying to say. Eating organic foods, you will eat less, I guarantee it. Eating non-organic food is designed to make you eat more, which means you're going to gain weight.
I agree with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. No matter what kind of food you eat, Dempsey, you will gain weight without exercising. But eating organic food, you have a better chances of staying stagnant of where a decent weight is. That's what I'm saying. If you eat non-organic food, you're gonna be fat. Just like right now, look at society, bro. Look how the world is. Everybody's out of weight. Everybody's out of shape. Why? Because everybody feels that they can't eat organic. They can't afford it. But like I said, you go into their kitchen, you're gonna find chips. You're gonna find cakes. You're gonna find pies. You're gonna find pop. I don't buy none of that shit no more. When Veronica buys it, I tell her, why the fuck you buy it? And that's I believe it, bro. I believe you are what you eat, man. So if you're eating bullshit, you're gonna be bullshit. It's that simple. I don't mean a person. I just mean like mass wise.
Yeah.
That's a scratch on that one. I didn't convince these kids. Somebody in the comments let them know.
I hear you, but you're not understanding.
No, I do get you guys because you're saying that you're saying no matter what that you're gonna gain weight.
With a non-mobility.
Yeah, no, with a non-mobility. But now a person that's non-mobile is going to gain more weight eating non-organic than eating organic. That's what I'm saying. Yes. So, okay. So
non-organic, they gain 10. Organic, they gain 5. You're still gaining, though.
But less.
But you are still gaining.
You keep turning it into a different thing.
No, it is.
We
It is the
understand
same
it's
thing.
less.
It's the same thing because look at this, bro. Because you're able to manage that weight eating organic. You can't manage that eating non-organic because you're going to keep compounding. So it's like, check this out. If I eat one cheeseburger that weighs 1 pound of organic and I eat one cheeseburger that weighs 1 pound, that's non-organic, right? But this one cheeseburger keeps causing me to want to eat more and more and more and more and more. Because that's what's happening. And this cheeseburger is keeping me full. Because that's what's happening. So I'm going to spend more money over here and get fatter while spending less money over here and being full.
That's not my case, though. I'm not eating more and more and more.
I'm not saying that's for you. I'm saying that's in general what most people do. Like they're literally, they say they can't afford to eat organic, but if you underline the reasons why they can't afford to eat it, is because of what they buy at the store. I don't know how to make this up. I used to be that one person too that used to say I can't afford it. I can't afford to eat organic until I actually went to the store and I started shopping for myself and started picking the organic. And I'll literally leave with all organic items, $300, enough to last me for X amount of time. Vice versa of going to spend $400 or $500 of a bunch of garbage that's going to be gone in a week because that's all we indulge in is garbage. Chips. You give me chips and cakes and pies, I'm eating that shit all night. Every night until it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even do. I got a bag of cereal that's been sitting there for like 3 months.
That's not me. That's not me. I'm gonna bang that cereal. You get, and that's how
I do.
and that's how most people are. Most people are not like you.
Somebody else.
You get what I'm saying? Most people
that
are
shit.
the consumers. Most people they want to eat the chips. Do you guys get chips in your house, Dempsey?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't do chips. I get mad at Solo when he be trying to get chips.
Do you get what I'm saying? So now you already got a healthy conscience in your mind. You don't eat that bullshit. Everybody's not like us right here, guys. You go into most houses, they have chips, cakes, and pies, bro. My house, you go into my house, my girl likes to buy that stuff because my kids like to eat it, right? And I tell her, I said, my kids would never eat that if you don't buy it for them because I'm not going to the store buying them chips, cakes, and pies. I'm not doing that, but she is. I'll get them a donut once in a while. You know, I'll get them some candy once in a while. Maybe a bag of chips once in a while. Maybe some pop if we get some fast food like from Culver's or something. That's the closest to fast food I'm gonna get is Culver's or pizza. I don't go to McDonald's, Burger King, none of that shit. And at that, I'll go to Culver's maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. You know, it's really rare. I think once you make a lifestyle choice, you just won't. Once you realize that the food that you're eating is killing you faster, you won't want to eat that shit no more. That's all.
What we got here? This your boy Tom Hanks, though, ain't it?
Fuck.
He wearing that weird necklace. Doing the sign.
For the record, I rebuke this negative
I
energy.
definitely rebuke the negative energy. But it just goes to show how much creepy fucking shit be going on there.
It literally just went into the Pope right there too.
Yeah. It goes back to what the fuck we was just saying, McDonald's. That's so sick.
And you think that's good for you? That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a very negative video with a whole bunch of dark conspiracy.
I think that video was worse than the Kim Kardashian video.
And that was less time too.
Yeah, for sure. That video right there was a whole bunch of devil worshipping, evil shit right there. And that's literally what all the Hollywood people, all the Hollywood elites, even sports players, that's what they value. That's what they worship, shit like that. It's crazy.
That shit weird.
And they push that on us to influence our youth.
And you see
to
how it's
normalize
in,
that shit.
in the movies though.
It's in all the movies because it's all the subliminal messages that you don't see it, but it's
You don't
there.
see it, but it's
so
there.
as you grow up, you start to normalize that stuff. Like when you see Baphomet and people throwing up all the symbols, you're like, oh, it's nothing. But really, it's normalizing it to where we're getting away from God. Instead of going towards God, we're just here on this world with all these worldly things. You know, that goes back to the money buys happiness. Money can only buy you happiness on this world, and then once this shit's over, it doesn't get you shit. And it's only brief moments. So it's just like, fuck the fuck. I don't know, man. I think videos like that are just movies like that where they show you subliminal messages. I think they're just there to try to keep you a sheep, keep you brainwashed to think that it's okay to normalize things like that.
Yeah, that's some creepy shit.
I mean, there's so many points in there in that video. It went to the Pizzagate, to Ellen DeGeneres, to Tom Hanks. Well, Tom Hanks is
well, that's what started it. Was a Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, see, look, Tom Hanks is a boy lover. I think he molested some boys or something like that, or something like that. I think he had some type of allegations against him. So a lot, it's just devil worship, man. A lot of these people they worship the things of the world. that lady right there, I think she would throw parties.
That
to-
lady's popular in the hip hop, which
Yeah,
is
she would
wild to
she
even
would throw
say.
parties, bro, and there would be a body that's representing a dead body, and they're all like taking parts of her. You know,
Isn't she in that famous picture with
Jay-Z.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely rebuke that energy though, man. With the Pope.
Oh yeah, with the Pope. Go to the Pope. Right there. Start from right. Oh, back. Right there.
With the red shoes.
What did I say?
Pedophile group shoes. And the fucking red shoes.
And then they got the Pope in the red shoes. You see that?
Yeah.
You see that? That's what it had, the Pope in the red shoes in it, and it was signifying that they're pedophiles.
And then it goes into fucking McDonald's with the big
With-
clown
with-
shoes, red shoes.
And it's a clown. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, there's so many subliminal messages with that. When it gets into religion, when you look back at all the ancient texts, like the ancient Egyptians and stuff like that, all the religions now are using all those symbols. There's a lot of misinformation, or not misinformation. There's a lot of information that they don't tell us.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just suppression at its finest. They're coming for the kids, man. Look at this shit.
Man with one red shoe.
Shit, they want the kids' DNA to keep them young still.
Yeah, it's called young blood. They'll take your blood and then take it out of you and inject it into an older person, and it gives them young blood. That's what it's called, young blood. So it gives them the feeling of being young again. So right now you got the blood of a 27-year-old, right? 28. You got the blood of a 28-year-old going through your body. Now, say if I'm 50, I got the blood of a 50-year-old going through my body. So they got blood transfusions. They take all the blood out of me, and at the same time, while they're taking the blood out of me, they're pumping your blood into me, switching the blood, calling it young blood. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. And not all the rich people, but there's a lot of rich people that are doing that. A lot of people that want to live forever do things like that.
You here to help her? Are you here to help her? Nah, she's taking me in the hospital. Come here. You got a gun. What I do? Got a gun. I don't have a gun. I don't have a gun. What did you do? 210. Saw me another unit.
What did you do? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I'm sorry.
Why would you do that? He just was getting his hand off the side of the road.
210. Saw me fireboard.
Oh, that's fucked up, man. Oh, how do you feel about that, Keyshawn?
I mean, dude did have his like hand tucked in his jacket, but he still ain't had to shoot him, like while his back was turned. Like in that gun class, they taught us you can't kill nobody or shoot nobody if their back is turned.
Yep. Because that's defenseless. It's a defenseless position. That's why.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's definitely some fucked up shit.
I don't think dude died, but still he shot him.
Yeah. It goes back into just training, man.
No training at all.
And just the actual officers that are out there with incidents like this are just, they're just not fully there psychologically.
Right. I think in this situation right here, I think that guy was just...
He was scared for some reason.
I think he was scared.
I wish we knew the backstory, because why are you scared right now on a traffic stop, whatever you stopped him for?
I honestly think he was probably scared because dude was black.
Yeah.
I think that's why. I think that's why. No bullshit. In this situation right here, I think he was scared because dude was black.
Southbound on the 50 bridge.
How you doing? You know her? You here to help her? Are you here to help her? Nah, she's taking me in the hospital. Come here.
Oh, he was walking up on the car?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. I thought he got out the car.
No.
210. Saw me another unit.
Pause it real quick.
Oh,
so
that's
it seems like
worse.
his hat flew out the car or whatever reason. They stopped right there. He went to go get his hat. He was walking up. He said he asked the lady or asked the guy, do you know her? Are you coming to help her? And he was like, no, she's taking me to the hospital. And then that's when, like we said, like Keyshawn said, that it looked like he was reaching down in something, but he didn't do nothing. It was maybe he was lifting up his pants or something.
I think he was holding his hat so it didn't fly away.
Okay, so it might have been him holding his hat so it didn't fly away. And the cop shot him one time because he thought it was a gun. And as soon as he seen that it wasn't a gun, that's when he was like, fuck. That's when he started having a panic attack.
That's terrible, man.
So I think this has everything to do with just
immediately fire that cop.
Lack of police training, man. Lack of trigger discipline. Lack of a lot of things right there. That guy should not have been killed or shot at all for that.
That is some fucked up shit. I hope he wins a big ass lawsuit.
Oh no, he's gonna get a lawsuit for that.
A
so
huge
now,
ass lawsuit,
now
man.
Bring up that video that I sent you real quick, Ishan.
Which one?
The cop getting shot in Chicago, and even the other cop that got shot by the guy. So this is the reason why cops react like this, man. Right there. Yeah, play this one. So this is gonna be a reason why cops react like this. And now, it's not justified for that guy to get shot at all, but this is why they act like that.
Oh yeah, I seen this video. That was fucked up.
Hey, bud.
Got a flat tire. You can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store. You get me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real
Yeah,
quick,
that's fucked up,
but nobody's open tonight.
Well, that's fine. I get to town. I just have him come back and get the car.
Okay.
Let me call you right back.
My car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get.
Fuck, you got a silencer on that motherfucker?
No, I think he unbuckled his seatbelt and took his car.
Now watch. Rewind it real quick. Rewind it.
You can't.
6 Tickman Caribbean 97.
Instagram don't let you do that. Well, at least on the website.
Hey, bud.
Got a flat tire. You can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store. You get me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real quick, but nobody's open tonight.
Well, that's fine. I get to town. I just have him come back and get the car.
Okay, go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get.
Shot him one time. That was a silencer or a little ass gun?
Shot him one time. That's all it took. They most likely shot him in the head too.
Look, sound like he shot him 3 times.
Six Tickman Caribbean 97.
So I just want to show that's the reason why cops react like that with anybody. It doesn't matter what color you are. I mean, it tends to seem like it happens like that with more black people, but this is a reason why. Reasons like this, where cops act like the way they do with us, man. They don't know if they're going home at night. Every cop does not know if they're going home at night because of us civilians. We do crazy shit. I'm not saying that they're warranted for killing people. They're not. If they kill somebody and it's unjust, they should go to prison too. But this is why they act like that, man, because of that shit, that type of shit, man. And there's more instances of that happening. It's just not that one.
So this like that first episode. First video we watched where dude just got shot in the back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was one guy. He was a white kid. He had headphones on, and a cop. He was like, he told him to stop. The guy didn't hear him and shot him in the back. Dude had no gun or nothing. Killed him.
Keep your hands on the dash.
Star, how am I supposed to get him my license and registration if I have to stay still? I want to know why you're pulling me over. You failed the signal lane change.
I seen this movie randomly.
Why? I can hear you.
Please, Khalil.
Turn it off.
This was a good movie.
Car, so how can you tell me
Step
out of the car? You ain't got no right to do this to me. I'm giving you a lawful order.
Khalil, listen to him.
Is it for failing to signal my lane change or for failing to turn down my music? Which one? Sir, out of the car now. Either you get out of the car yourself or I'm gonna do it for you. Now! Drop the phone. Yo, why don't you just give me my ticket? Hands on the car. Anything on you? No, there's nothing on me. Any drugs? Nah, man. Can you remove your driver's license, please? Where'd you find her? I know her. That's my friend. You looking for a score tonight? What? A score? Yo, come on, man. Keep your hands on the car. Do not move.
Where's my phone?
Star, you okay? You all right?
Go back where he told you.
You're gonna take his time doing whatever he gotta do.
I'm not playing. Go back.
Yo, but come on. Why you messing up my car?
Just listen to him, Khalil.
Hey, all right, chill.
Stop right there! Stop!
No. No. No.
Quiet, man. Sit down.
Officer needs help. Shots fired. One suspect down. The other in custody. Requesting an ambulance.
What did you do? What did you do?
Be quiet, ma'am.
Help him!
Well, stay where you are. Do not move, okay?
He's bleeding! Help him! Come on! He's bleeding!
Where is it? Where's the weapon? Okay, the gun. Where is it?
What gun?
Where? Shit!
Shit! Come on, look at me! Come on, look at me! Come on, look at me! Look at me! Come on!
He ends up dying. But it's like the same thing. Kind of.
I was gonna say that's a little twisted because he did move his hands and go into the car, so I could see how that looks for the cop, but it's still fucked up to get shot.
Yeah,
though.
it's still fucked up to get shot for something
But
like
I could
that.
see how the cop could be a little scared, and plus the time frame on this movie was like when they were back then.
Yeah.
So I could see that, but still fucked up though.
Yeah, I say it's a fucked up situation. It goes back to, I mean, they're cops, man. Just listen to what the fuck they're telling you to do. If you ain't got nothing on you, you're whatever, why give them a hard time? A lot of people like to give them, I watched a lot of videos online where people give them a hard time, but it's literally because they're making a video on that. You know, me, whenever I get pulled over, it's no bullshit. I'm yes, sir, no, sir. I don't care if they're white, black, Asian, green, blue, purple. It's yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Being kind and courteous, because I know that's the fastest way to get out of that situation. In the beginning of this right here, you can already see he was giving them attitude. Why? That was me before at one point too. And now that I'm older, I'm realizing the fastest way to get out of the situation like that is to show no aggression, no confrontation, no resistance at all. And cops, they're always going to have an authoritarian figure over us. Like they're always going to feel like some type of power trip, you know? So considering that, why do we boast up their ego trip for our own ego trip? That's wrong that he got killed for that, though. Right? That guy got shot for that. Because that happens. I'm pretty sure this happens all the time, too, like that. Somebody reaching for something that they thought was a gun. It does happen all the time. Reaching for a phone, they thought it was a gun. This is why you're not supposed to make no sudden movements. It doesn't matter what color you are, the cops are going to try to shoot you. If you're black and you're in a high crime area, you might fall victim more than the average person because of that reason. And it's fucked up, dude. It just goes back to when cops kill somebody, why? Why do they kill them? And it's no training. It could be a prior experience that they had before. It could be a video that they watched. Like the video that we just watched right now with that cop getting shot 2 or 3 times in the head or wherever he got killed. And the other guy took off in his patrol car. So now if you're a cop and you see that this can happen, you're going to treat everybody like that. Doesn't matter if you're a woman or a guy, you're going to treat them like that, like they can hurt you or kill you because you don't know what they can do. When somebody gets pulled over and they shoot you for getting pulled over because they don't want to go to jail, I don't want to die because I pulled you over because you were speeding. And I'm not saying that happens. I'm pretty sure it's happened before, though. That's why I brought it up. You know, and there's always going to be that cop that kills somebody or beats somebody up, but that doesn't mean that they're all bad. It's just fucked. It's just fucked up. I just try to avoid situations like that, man. The cops tell you just listen to their commands, man. They tell you to put your hands on there, put their hands on the roof. Don't fucking move them. They tell you not to move. Don't fucking move. You know, literally, don't move. Drop me a follow on Twitter, Mike Vick 1989.
Yes, sir. Dem the Pimp on TikTok. Check it out.
Instagram, anything for Key. We out.